You know what I mean?
Politics. It's John Bailey.
I know it's not. I know it's John Bailey.
Construed as politics, though.
Like
unless you plaster John Bailey's face on there, too.
Right. I like how
Maybe.
you're more worried about that than you are about a cease and desist from John Bailey's lawyers.
Oh, totally. Yeah, him. Yeah, let him send one cease and desist my ass.
You'd send him a shirt.
We should just send him a cease and desist to just stop doing stupid ass voices. Can we do that? Can we just? I would love to find out like what is like wherever because I'm sure he probably has a PO box where you could send him fan mail, and we should actually just make a cease and desist from Blackout and Shout. Should we do that and send it? All four of our like Manny, Mo, and Jack.
Wait, all four of our.
Yeah, Mike has 2. Well, if you count yours 15-inch Levy, it's 7 and 7. So
I was subliminally counting Jeffersons. I think
all four of our.
Imagine the 4 cocks are lined up, and the camera is panning down, and he gets to the 4th cock, and the 4th cock is like. Let's do it.
Blackout and Shout outtakes.
Let's send him one.
Blackout and Shout.
I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna see if he's got like some sort of PO box where he accepts like
pictures of
accepts mail. I mean, we don't have to send him. We don't have to send him. Like, it don't really got to be our cocks.
hatemail@johnbailey.com.
Will this get it?
Mike's like, it doesn't have to be our cock.
Will this get any old fucking 3 white cocks and 1 like coffee colored cock?
Balancing some soda cans.
I'm just picturing our cocks like being introduced like the Jetsons. Levy's cock. Ba, 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 ba. Jefferson. Cease and desist.
Imagine that cease and desist letter.
These 4 cocks.
Please stop sending John Bailey pictures of your cocks.
Welcome. You have now tuned in to the Blackout and Shout podcast with your host, Mike Kincaid.
Can I tell you that Baby Yoda just annoys the shit out of me?
That's because you haven't watched The Mandalorian.
Oh, look at Baby Yoda, so cute.
Levy Curry.
Some people do all sorts of crazy stuff, like dinosaur romance novels. Those are really a thing. Taken by the T-Rex. A billionaire dinosaur forced me, ravaged by the raptors.
I wonder if there's audiobooks of them.
And Jed Vargo. He was always like well known for wearing the Nazi outfit on.
Captain Kangaroo?
Captain Kangaroo.
Didn't he have the...
No. And he's not dressed up as a Nazi either. So sit back. Mike, are you... Listen to me. Relax. Say, transform and roll out. And enjoy the show. I'm ready for you to start the show, Levy. So 130, keep on porking.
Oh, did we name it already?
You named it. Like, remember when I told you the stats?
Oh yeah, keep on porking. All right, keep on porking. It reminds me of the what's his name? The groundhog, Phil. Keep on scratching. But it would be keep on porking.
All right. So, who do you love? Who do you love? Hubba, hubba, hubba. Who do you love? This is the Blackout and Shout podcast. Welcome, everyone. Episode 132. I am your host this evening, Mr. Levy Curry. To my literal left, we have Mr. Michael Kincaid. Say hello, Michael.
What's going on, people? How are we?
And,
How's everybody doing out there in podcast land?
And to my virtual right, Mr. No Signal, Jed Vargo.
Hello, are you there?
Yeah,
Can you
hello.
hear me?
Hello.
That was a joke.
Check.
I have no
Check.
signal.
Check.
Yo, what's up?
How you doing? How you doing tonight, Jed?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing, Mr. Levy Curry?
I am doing wonderful.
Your voice sounds very smooth and
Well,
sexy, like chocolate and silk.
That's because he's not a plain old white man.
That's right.
He got
That's
he got some soul.
He's sort of white.
He got sort of soul.
Sort of soul.
let your sort of soul glow, Levy.
Let your soul glow. Yes. So
Sexual chocolate, everybody.
I think that name's already taken though. I think I'm more like sexual chicken. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Did you have an edible before you came over?
Actually, no. I am completely 100% sober.
Huh.
Did you have an edible when you got there?
No. I might have an edible one tomorrow night though. I don't know yet.
You know what, Levy? You should have went back to your house because that way you could have like caught April cheating on you with like Jason Momoa or something, you know? And you
Yeah, because that's gonna happen.
Because you got his edible crap for me.
Yeah. How funny would that be if I come home and Jason Momoa is in the house?
I think she could ask Levy if for a threesome and he would be down.
Absolutely. No, continue as you were. Let me just get more comfortable.
Levy would be interviewing him.
That's right.
Levy would be interviewing him during the process.
No, Jason, tilt your head back and like flick your hair like you did in Justice League. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's right.
Just like that. I'm so uncomfortable right now.
Yeah. Well, you're sitting next to him.
So, I already said episode 132, right? Yeah. So, Mike,
Yes.
how's things been since our last episode? You get any got any hauls, shout outs, plugs?
I don't have a whole lot in the way of shout outs. Actually we went to see the Optimus Prime, the Bayverse Optimus Prime, that the dude that has that replica. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what, man, all joking aside about me hating on the Bayverse, rightfully so, that truck is pretty fucking cool, man.
Was that the same one that was down at North Carolina?
I believe so. Okay. Yeah. But like you see, when you see all like the little details and shit that he put into it, man, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's the Western Star, not the Peterbilt, right?
I don't know.
That's the one from the later films.
It has like the okay. Someone from the later films, yeah.
Truth be told, I actually like the way the Peterbilt looks better. I don't know. It just looks like it exudes more power to me.
I feel like any Optimus Prime should be a Peter something.
Well, honestly, though, the G1 was actually a Freightliner.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the interesting part about, so that he was at TFCon in Baltimore, him and his son. Mm-hmm. And he built a Bayverse Prime, and his kid is, I'm not sure how old this kid is, like early teens, if that, maybe even younger, maybe like 12, I don't know. But he's a big G1 fan. Oh, yeah? The kid is, yeah.
Cool.
So I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, that dude was a real nice guy, man. His name's Joe.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, it was rainy and it was cold, and we were kind of miserable sitting out there for the 45 minutes that we were waiting, but they were out there all day in that shit. So I had to give them props for that shit, man.
A lot of kids there?
Yeah, there were a lot of kids there. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Let's see.
Did you call them all dirty Bayformer fans?
All dirty. Yeah, well, you know what?
Dirty casuals.
It is kind of funny. Like, we were messaging back and forth on Instagram a little bit, and he's like, "Yeah, so my son tells me that you're not really much of a fan of the Bayverse," and I was like, "Yeah, he's right." I said, "I'm a old G1 old head," so we were laughing about that a little. Yeah, right. Yeah. But we were laughing about that a little bit. But Yeah, and it was for a good cause too. It was a food drive. Like if you wanted to get pictures taken, you had to bring non-perishables and stuff. So
Cool.
So that was good
deal.
a good thing. Let's see. Shout out to all the listeners, as always. And I don't really have any plugs. We had to reschedule the Angel Down show. We didn't get to play because Josh got COVID.
Oh, that sucks.
So that kind of sucked. So I was pretty fired up for that show too, man.
Is he good though? It's not like
yeah, he's good. He actually had the vaccine.
Yeah.
And had like a breakthrough case. But he said he felt fine, but the whole family kind of was sick or had the sniffles one way or the other.
Yeah.
And that led him to get tested, you know, and it's like, well, and that was only, I think like maybe 3 or 4 days before the show. So he wouldn't have had his full, 10 days or 14 days or whatever it is that you got to quarantine. Yeah. So yeah,
just imagine how worse it would have been if he wasn't vaccinated.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So,
hauls. Let's see. We got the Goliath. We finally got the Goliath from the Gargoyles. Goliath.
Oh yeah.
I say we. That? I meant Vanessa. Everyone really got it for Vanessa, but he's cool. He's a typical NECA figure.
Yeah.
He looks.
How are the joints on that?
They're good. They're okay they're what you would expect from NECA.
Yeah.
But you definitely need the tail.
No stuck joints or anything.
No. Everything moved all right. Yeah, everything moved all right. So maybe they were a little better than what you expected.
Yeah. My Pennywise NECA figure still has a stuck knee joint that I haven't taken care of yet. I mean, it's probably just gonna be a matter of heating it up and whatnot. But I just haven't done anything with it. It's perfectly fine without it. But
yeah. So you definitely need the tail to stand them up.
Oh yeah.
The way because you know how the gargoyle feet, the toes are on the ground and the back of the heels up in the air and shit like that. But oh yeah, Jed, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
No, I'm here.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I just thought of one.
Found something really cool that I completely missed in my news stuff. The studio that does Castlevania did a Marvel era animation thing, and they proposed it to Marvel, and they never used that animation thing. So it's like the studio did Castlevania, did Marvel animation, like X-Men, and it's really cool. I put it in the trailers so you guys can watch it then. Okay. It's like a minute long. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, one other. Yeah, I did forget one shout out. I wanted to shout out a dude named Colin Tupper on Instagram. He's a dude that sent me that Tesla truck.
Okay.
So that was cool. So I did a review of that up on the channel. Yeah, I actually did a couple. I do have a couple plugs. I did that. I did a quick little fixing loose joints video because I wanted to try something other than the Kiki. Because I kind of thought it was overpriced and shit like that, and I used something else, so that's up on the channel as well. And
what did you use?
I used the Pledge floor polish with the feature floor polish, which worked pretty damn good. Damn, spoilers! Now you don't got to watch that video.
He was gonna watch that.
Yeah, right. There's 125 views on it or some shit. Nobody watches my channel.
Boring. That's why.
Boring. One video upload every 3 or 4 months.
In a quarter. What I did the Thor one, that was good from your haul. The tool set.
The Thor. Yeah, right. Yeah. I had the Shane wig still sitting here, so I'm like, I could put that to use one more time while I still have it. People are probably really getting tired of seeing me half naked on Facebook, but
never.
You know what?
Never.
You can unfriend me.
Was that it then?
Halls. Yeah, she got the gargoyle. I got the upgrade kit for Scorponok to make him the same height as Fort Max. Okay. That's actually pretty nice.
Yeah. Speaking of Goliath from Gargoyles, I have mine in my stash. I haven't gotten it yet, but they just put it for pre-order this week. Thalog.
The evil,
the evil clone. Yeah. So I ordered that one too.
Yeah, she wants that one, so we're gonna pre-order that one as well.
Also, they had announced some time ago Bronx.
Yeah, he comes with the other wings.
He comes with the draped wings.
Yeah, which is good because this motherfucker takes up a whole a whole shelf by himself.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's the way all of them are because they showed the Demona too, and she's got the big spread out wings.
Yeah.
So
I would like to just pay
shelf
an extra
space.
few dollars and just get both sets of wings right away.
Yeah.
Or are they going to do this shit where they keep you on retainer?
Yeah, probably. Hopefully with future releases, they'll maybe include both sets because they realize people want like the draped wings.
Yeah.
And so maybe with future releases, they'll include them. And for like any ones that they had already put into production that don't have the draped wings, they'll include those with other figures.
Yeah, that would be
hopefully. I mean, kind of like what they're doing with Bronx and Goliath. So, all right. So that's it then for your haul?
No, I also got, this is the last thing. I promise I'll be done. I got
I'm not trying to rush you. I just,
No, it's cool. I'm trying to rush me. I got the Robot Paradise Soundwave. Yeah. I'll tell you what, man, that thing is, I haven't transformed it yet, so I can't speak to the transformation just yet or the alt mode and other than pictures that I've seen, but like the robot itself and just messing around with it a little bit that I did, man, he's a thing of beauty.
Yeah. So you're going to keep that and sell the MP?
I have a, like, so the MP is the Hasbro version with the yellow eyes that came with the whole set of tapes.
Yeah.
And Fans Toys or Robot Paradise or whatever, they're not doing a buzzsaw.
They're not doing a buzzsaw?
The little box set is coming with Laserbeak, Ravage, and Rumble. Rumble is coming with the Rumble.
People get really animated in those arguments too.
Yeah.
It's like whatever.
Yeah, it depends on what day it is. Like some days I'm up for those and they're funny, and then other days I'm just like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Well, Buzzsaw was never really in the cartoon, was he?
He was.
I want to say that he was in the pilot, and that was it.
Yeah.
He was in a bunch of times, man.
Buzzsaw?
No, I don't think so.
I think it was a bunch of times.
Yeah.
I can't think of any single episode that they had Buzzsaw.
Past the pilot?
I'll look it up. Yeah. There was a few.
Always been Laserbeak. Well, a few isn't a bunch.
I'll tell you in a second.
I'm racing Jed to TF Wiki right now.
Racing to the TF Wiki. Actually, I get there first. I think I do remember seeing some sort of animation cell with an orange colored bird, but he couldn't have been in the show more than like
once. Saw duty on Earth during the Decepticon plot to transform New York City into new Cybertron. So that was that the AlligatorCon episode?
I don't think so.
When they tried to transform New York City into new Cybertron, weren't they trying to rebuild New York into?
Maybe, I don't know. I haven't seen any of those episodes.
Oh yeah, City of Steel. Yeah, so City of Steel. He was in. He was in the Sub-Atlantica one. With the, what was his name? King Nurgle. The Insecticon Syndrome and Auto Berserk. The Negavator episode. And then what was this one? So he was in 4 episodes.
4 episodes sounds like a bunch out of what was it, like 120 some episodes of the show? Yeah, that's a bunch.
Oh, I see. He was wrong. So now the signal died.
All right, I'm back. Sorry. Uh-oh. What I miss?
No signal, Jed. No signal, Jed.
You missed Buzzsaw was in 4 episodes.
4. Okay, so yeah, a bunch.
Yeah.
I am now racing Jed to Google the word bunch definition.
There's a couple, a few, and then a bunch.
In this house, they're for real. You have to, like, Vanessa could vouch for this. We have a couple few. That's also
a couple few.
Yeah, there's a couple few. A couple few is 6. It's about 6.
About 6, give or take.
Give or take.
That's half a dozen.
Huh? Yeah, but I like couple few.
That's funny. All right. Jed.
Yes.
Any hauls, shout outs, plugs?
Fuck you, John Bailey.
Wow.
I'm not getting rid of the MP13, by the way.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Oh, okay.
The whole buzzsaw. I'm sorry. I was trying to finish the buzzsaw.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Sorry, Jed.
That's okay.
But he don't come. They're not doing a buzzsaw.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to. If I sell the MP13, I'm gonna have to sell them like minus the tape because I'm not gonna not have a buzzsaw in my collection, and I don't want the Ocular Max, that big ass fucking.
Well, you could have the animation sound wave and the toy sound wave. You know, the MP13 can be the toy sound wave.
But I don't really do that. You know what I would do before that? Remember how he was kind of purple in the comic book? I would like some comic book representations of some of these, like Megatron with the black helmet.
You just want an excuse to buy more robots.
I know. Yes, I don't know. Jury's out on that one. We'll have to see. Maybe I'll just put him in tape deck mode.
I was going to ask you, are the MP tapes and the Fans Toys tapes the same size?
The Fans Toys one is like a little. Oh, you know what, man?
Their
one of them's a little smaller.
Frenzy was bigger than the MP.
Was it a little bigger in tape mode? Somebody put a picture up, and one of them was a hair bigger, but I couldn't remember which one.
Yeah, it's the Fans Toys one is bigger.
Fans Toys one's bigger. So I think by like either half or a whole head. So the MP tape will fit into the robot paradise, but not the other way around.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess. So that's fine. So so I don't know. Maybe I'll just I don't know. I'm torn. Maybe I'll keep them, or maybe I'll just sell them without a buzzsaw. And just
I don't know about the birds, how Laserbeak's can compare. But
cassette, they always make the cassettes the same size.
No, but I mean, like, I'm just saying, like in their robot modes, I don't know how the birds are going to compare to each other. But I just remember that comparison size. I'm
all right with them. You mean looks for looks? I'm all right with them being like looking different.
Yeah. I mean, in cassette mode, are the cassettes like the same exact size? They'll fit in either one. Have you tried that yet?
I thought weren't we just talking about that?
We were just talking about that.
No, we weren't.
You just said that
I said that Frenzy in robot mode was bigger. I
thought he was talking about the tape mode. Okay, I'm looking to post up.
Frenzy was
talking about the tape mode, yeah. Because my next question
I wasn't talking about the tape mode. I was talking about the robot mode.
I was the one that asked the question.
You didn't say anything about tape mode, just like you didn't say anything about freaking doing it.
I don't know. I thought he said something about him fitting inside the sound wave. I thought that's what he said.
And then you were like, oh, the one fits in the MP.
I didn't hear that. I think you had no signal when you said that.
Oh my god,
man!
Yeah.
Just like when you had no signal when you mentioned about doing it remote tonight.
Alternating weeks.
Yeah, I don't recall ever being an official thing.
Remember the keyword alternating.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see.
Levy. Since May.
So the Fans Toys cassettes are the smaller cassettes.
Okay.
So no, it'll be the other way around. They will fit in the MP13, but the MP13 cassettes won't fit.
Smaller cassette become a taller robot.
Wow. Mass shifting, man. It's Transformer.
Yeah, Fans Toys is good for that. They've actually somehow managed to shunt excess mass to an alternate dimension.
Well, you remember that the Bad Cube Warpath?
Yeah.
He was only like Carbot size, but when you turn him into a tank, he was pretty huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Damn, I was hoping it was the other way around. That's all right, though. I don't want him for tape mode anyway.
Okay.
So, yeah. But he's awesome. And I love that they did you could do the toy mode and the tune mode. I think that was a really nice touch, putting all those extra parts in. I kind of have like a mix of the two.
Mm-hmm. Just so you can have some added detail and color to break.
Yeah, because he is when it's all cartoon mode, it is pretty plain looking.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks great and it looks just like the cartoon, but I do definitely like the extra details.
It's one of those things where it's like, I don't need to spend that money to replace something that's really close, I think, to the original. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I like the colors more of the original MP than the Fans Toys one.
You like that darker blue?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? The MP13, I said it on the page, man. It might be one of the best MPs, even to date.
Yep.
Like even counting the shit that's coming out now, man. Like you could say that one was probably a little bit ahead of his time.
Yeah. The only thing on it that's kind of ugly, I think, is the hips.
Yeah.
How it's got the ratchet joint showing right in the front.
Not just that, but like the ball is just like exposed and not hidden really well.
His balls are showing.
So, all right. So that's it then?
That's it.
All right. Jed, please continue. Sorry to cut you off before.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and fuck you, John Bailey.
Oh, yes. Because when this airs, it's going to be Thanksgiving week.
It will be. Yeah.
Yes.
I've noticed that just like Christmas, Black Friday has been creeping up, weeks earlier and earlier now. People have been putting sales up like 2 weeks ahead of time. Oh, here's your early Black Friday sale.
Yeah, it's a Wednesday, like a week and a half before the Friday after Thanksgiving. Black Friday starts now.
I got Rufus, which is the dude from Final Fantasy VII, the remake.
Okay.
Just got him in the mail yesterday.
Not the Street Fighter 4 character.
No, not the Street Fighter 4 character. I haven't even opened him up yet. I got him yesterday. Just put him on the stack of shit that I have not yet to open, which is like getting taller than me. I got my 2 Sentinels, plural. Sentinels.
Sentinels. No need to overcomplicate things, Jed.
Yeah.
Forgot I read so many books.
I just don't know how to pronounce them. When I read them, they make up the sounds in my brain.
I would love to hear exactly what that sounds like. Like when you're stumbling over something.
So how quickly did one of those make it up on eBay, Jed?
I was going to post it right away, but I wanted to collect some Amazon boxes this week so I could put all my other shit up that I have that I want to sell. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to do all that this weekend.
Cool.
So 1 week. That's how quick it'll be up.
How much are they going for now on eBay?
Get yours for it's been fluctuating, kind of like AMC stock, but they were around $750.
Okay. Well, I mean, you sell one for $750, you pretty much pretty much got a free Sentinel.
Buy 2 Sentinels, get 1 free. Basically.
Yeah. Pays for itself.
Right. And I'm happy with that. I don't have to sell it for $1,000 or $800 or some of these crazy prices that I've been seeing that no one's been touching.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been odd because it's like about a week or two ago it was like 800. Then like last week it was like 650. And then again, it was like 750. So it's kind of going bouncing up and down.
Yeah.
I think it just depends on who wants what. I think the trick of it is that you say it's free shipping and then, put it in around the same price range because a lot of you people are hitting it up for like $50 for shipping. So it tags on that total price.
Yeah.
But I have a bunch of other shit.
The price might be coming down because it sucks that we got them so late.
Yeah.
Like I think if you want to get the FOMO crowd, man, you got to be one of them first people that gets them and shit. When you're waiting as long as we did, it's like, now it's like we either sell it for a little bit less or we just kind of hang on to them and sell them later, hopefully for more.
See, I was just going to say back to the Blackout and Shout Financial. It's just like a stock. You get it. It goes up. You either flip it right away or you hold it until it goes down and then creeps its way all the way back up again and see if you can gamble if you want to make a whole lot more money on it in the long run, basically.
I bought a little bit of Ethereum today, Jed.
Don't talk to me, Michael.
I'm up. As I checked my account before, I'm already up $3.80.
Oh my God.
Wow.
One day,
gains, man.
One day.
Gains.
Well, yeah, but the thing is you get it at the ask, not the bid. So like the second you buy it, you're already down. So you have to bank on it getting even and then getting up. So that's just,
it's just gambling now. You just like enjoy gambling at this point.
Ooh, I'm up now. I'm up 13.26, Jed. 13.26. Today was a decent day. Today was a decent green day.
That's a gallon of gas.
Yeah.
What was it? I saw a meme somewhere where it said, I hate when you go to the supermarket and ask if you want to donate like your spare change to like feeding hungry kids and shit.
Yeah.
Like you're a fucking multi-billion-dollar corporation. You donate my money that I'm fucking giving you.
Seriously, man.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a thing a while ago. You remember the band King's X?
Oh yeah, I used to love King's X.
King's X was a fucking great band, man, and especially for a 3-piece. And they played live, and they fucking killed it, even with 3 people. Yeah, but anyways, that's Doug Pinnick. I can't remember what kind of problem he had. I feel like it was like kidney problems or something, or don't quote me on that part of it or whatever. But he needed some kind of surgery or some shit, and like musician didn't have insurance or whatever. And I remember seeing Pantera posting something on their page like about making donations to help Doug Pinnick out, and that he was their boy, and this and that and the other thing. I'm like, motherfucker, you guys are Pantera. Like, flip this dude a couple bucks. You're here. All you peasants out there, pool your dough together. Meanwhile, motherfuckers.
What they should be saying is things like, we'll match whatever you guys come up with your donations.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, see, you would be an all right famous person, Jed.
Thank you.
I think. Speaking of Blackout and Shout Financial, by the way, I actually checked out AT&T. You were talking about AT&T, and it's like it's valued. It's at the price that it's the fair market value, like according to some analysts or whatever. But it's way down over the last couple of years. Like, it looks like it's been dipping for a couple of years, and it looks like it's ready to buy.
It's ready to buy now.
I may or may not be going in with you on that one, possibly. But anyway, this is all for Brother Kyle. I like putting this on just for Brother Kyle.
I'll give you an idea of what this is like a long term drip planning, right? So buy stocks when they're fair market value that have a dividend, right? And then what you do is you do a drip, which is basically you take whatever dividend they pay out every quarter, and then you put it back automatically and buy fraction stocks of that same company. Yeah. And then in 10 years, you basically double your money.
Yeah.
Get about 40 to 50% return on that. But you got to wait 10 years before you cash out.
Levy is mortified right now.
Welcome to Blackout and Shout, the internet's #1 financial podcast.
It's like, what are you guys talking about? Stocks and Beast Wars. Next week episode should be pork, Beast Wars, and stocks, or something to that effect.
The price of pork stock now.
What should we see? There's a pork
futures.
Pork futures. That's the next episode. Pork futures. Oh my god.
So anyway, back to the Sentinels. I got
carry on. I'll do my research.
Got
carrying on.
Rufus and the two Sentinels. I think that's basically it. Just some random crap around the house too. Levy, I got a remote probe thermometer for smoking.
What?
Like a probe. You stick the probes in the meat and you put the thing, and it's remote, and you bring it in the house.
For meat smoking.
Yeah, for smoking.
You're talking about cigarettes or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's tell the temperature of my cigarette.
Okay, no, that's cool. That's cool.
That's on Amazon. It was $20 or $30. It has four leads to it, and it has a remote, radio frequency thing, so it'll alert you when the temperature hits a certain degrees and shit.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Cool.
Because I plan to smoke the turkey this week.
Yeah, I haven't smoked anything in a long time.
For shame.
Should probably maybe do something. Yeah. Should
have April smoker cookies. That tastes good.
What? Smoked cookies?
Cookies.
Try some of our smoked snickerdoodles. Smoked gingerbread men, anyone?
Smoked jerk. Smoked jerked gingerbread.
Yeah.
Dude,
smoked nut tossies are a huge hit.
There's a pork bellies stock. Yeah. There is a pork stock.
There is a pork stock.
$170.51.
People love their pork, man.
Wow.
That's okay. I got out of my Amazon stock a couple of years ago, when it hit around 1,000, and I had 5 or 5, it was 8 stocks. I think I had, because I bought it back when it was $300 or whatever. Yeah. Now it's $3,000-$4,000.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just
you could beat yourself up over getting that out, too early in any stock, because at some point you got to cash out, So
yeah. One of those deals where you sell your toys because you have debt, and then you regret selling them, and you go back and try to get them again. Stuff like that. Not like MicroMasters or anything, but real
pretenders.
I don't think I got anything else except, like I said, random shit. Shout outs to hiddentoys.net, Imagination on Display. Check out all the artists and artwork that's on that site. didn't have any sales for Black Friday coming up or anything like that. So been trying to get that site to be a little bit more stable. And I found out what was going on. There's a cloud usage site in where the hell is it? It's not the Philippines. It's like over that way in those islands, though. I forget what the other island is over there. It's like a smaller named island that people don't really know to what. But I was getting scanned by that freaking site. Somebody was like probing my site and was just taking it down like every freaking half hour. So got that fixed. Shout out to Brother Kyle for getting me banned on Etsy. I appreciate that.
All right, you'll have to explain that one.
Yeah, so he did a Dragon Ball Z artwork with Superman, and then Bandai came after me and basically told Etsy to take that shit down, and then they did. And then Etsy was like, hey, thanks a lot for getting us in legal trouble with Bandai, so we're not going to be able to provide you your funds except for, what is it, every 90 days is when we'll pay you out, instead of like every 3 days, until you show us that you won't piss off Bandai again. I'm like, oh, wonderful. So no big deal. But thanks, Brother Kyle, for that. Appreciate that. But that artwork, the controversial artwork, is still available on hiddentoys.net. Bandai is not.
So did he post it under your account?
Just like I do with hiddentoys.net. I have everybody, all the artists going under one banner, and then on Etsy I have all the artists under one banner as well. And
right, but do you post it or do they post it?
What do you mean? Do they post it or do I post it? I put it up.
Okay, yeah, so I'm asking. So
right,
okay,
yeah,
okay. Yeah. So really, it is kind of your fault.
Sure. Whatever. It's like
artwork. Don't be trying to throw Brother Kyle under the bus. You're the one that posted it.
Well, I mean, if you think about it this way, it's props to Brother Kyle, because it was done so well that Bandai said, no, take that shit down. Yeah, got their notice. Because they didn't really even have it say Dragon Ball Z. It said something like something Injustice, Cyan Injustice, I think, or something like that.
Yeah. So what was it now? It was like Dragon Ball Z versus Superman or some shit?
Yeah, it was Goku, I think.
Goku versus Superman or something?
Yeah.
Okay. They were probably just didn't want to freaking accept the truth that Superman would kick Goku's ass.
No, it was the other way around. What's the other way around, Levy?
Brother Kyle. And come on now.
We all know that you love Superman, Levy.
What's that?
I said we all know you love Superman.
I know I love Superman, but we also have to accept the truth that Superman will kick Goku's ass. I mean, it's like really no freaking contest.
Hyperion will put a beating on both of them.
Huh?
Hyperion.
Get the fuck out of here. Who's Hyperion, man?
Who's Hyperion?
Ain't nobody ever heard of Hyperion.
We know who Hyperion is, Levy.
I don't even know who Hyperion is.
Don't you really?
I've heard of him. I don't know anything about him.
You don't know anything about him at all?
No, because no one cares.
He's like the third-rate Superman, huh?
Third-rate? Shit, you're giving him too much credit.
There you go, Levy. I posted the internet. I posted the artwork there that Brother Kyle did.
Okay, just like Moon Knight. No one cares about Moon Knight, man.
I can't wait. I can't wait to put Spark Spectre down in the MCD.
Spark Spectre.
Jed, just real quick before we move on, I just wanted to, I took a look at the chart and there's a nice double bottom forming at 170, where Pork Belly's stock is at, and it had a 52-week high of $280. So I think it might be presenting a nice dip buy. I should just buy one pork stock just for the story, right? How bad could it be? Maybe I'll make a couple dollars.
That's funny.
It was up at $279.97 in August of 2021. So just a couple of months ago.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I seen that picture from Brother Kyle. That's actually Vegeta.
I'm sorry, Vegeta, not Goku. Whatever. I don't fucking watch Dragon Ball Z. I don't know.
And no matter how much I love Vegeta, there's no way he's beating Superman.
Dragon Ball Z seems to be very like polarizing. Like you either really like Dragon Ball Z or you really like don't fucking get it. And I'm on the side of the fence that doesn't get it.
Isn't there like 4,000 episodes of that show or something? Did it come out in the 80s?
In Japan, yeah, in the 80s, and then in like Dragon Ball started in the 80s, and then went to Dragon Ball Z in the 90s, I think.
I mean, isn't that like basically the same thing, or is it like a G1 Beast Wars thing?
No, it's just a continuation of the story because the characters actually age. So
right.
Dragon Ball is when Goku was a young boy, and then it kind of continued into like when he was like a teenager, maybe young adult, and then Dragon Ball Z opens up with him introducing his own son to his friends.
So 800 episodes, right? It's 45 seasons.
No, it's a lot of episodes.
Yeah,
it's a lot of episodes, and it's a lot of episodes to tell the same fucking story over and over again. Where like we encounter some super powerful big bad dude, and we train until we can like finally defeat him, and then he like ascends to a higher form, and so now like all the training that we just did is like useless, and so we got to figure out some way to beat this guy, and it's the same formula for everything from the beginning with the Saiyan saga, up through Cell saga up to Majin Buu and everything. It's all the same, but it's so much fun.
And then the bad guy, after they beat him, becomes like their friend.
Yeah,
he hangs out with him
almost every major villain has become an ally except for Cell.
I have watched no Zero Dragon Ball Z episodes, and I had a feeling that's exactly what would happen.
Yeah. Now, like Android 17 and 18 became allies after they defeated Cell, and they came back and whatnot.
Well, naturally, they have the same name.
Well, yeah, Android 17 and 18. It's just
Let's move on from this insanity.
So
yeah, I don't have any. I'm working on my animation. Every now and then, you guys see them and dropping like some stills in the group chat just to get opinions. Mike,
Yes.
what are you thinking so far? Have you seen anything not good or something?
The last thing I think I saw in there, well, I saw that little picture that you were working on that somebody said looked like the oil rig.
That was a joke. Yeah, I just threw that in there.
But the last thing I saw was the flying animation that you put in there, which looked pretty good.
Cool. I was doing like this with these water plumes shooting up from the ocean. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm confusing styles or trying to stick to a style, or if putting styles together like that is gonna, I don't know if it's gonna make it look right or not. I'll have to wait till I get that animated.
That little loop that I saw on there looked good. It looked fine. Like it looked cohesive.
if you need suggestions on a style, I suggest Doggy.
You always do suggest Doggy, don't you?
Well, it's a classic. Can't argue with the classics, man.
It's a classic until you get a girl until the girl's too tall, because then there's like I
put the
you have to like kneel on a phone book.
I put the picture, the last picture I was talking about in the on-air chat there, Mike. It's like the water shooting up type of animation thing. So.
Oh yeah, it looks cool.
It looks.
What's wrong with it?
Different when it's animated. I just like, I'm getting like this Ghibli fucking water cloud sky, style going there, and I don't want to mix that with like a Transformers mecha anime 90s thing. I don't know if it'll all mix together or not. So
why don't you want to mix that? Why don't you want to mix that? Because like no one else has done that, right? It might be something unique to you, Jed.
I don't know. It just might not look right. Be like kind of
make it look right. That's your job as an artist, Jed.
It's like throwing CGI on top of hand drawn. It just doesn't look right,
Oh.
Anyway, so I've been working on that. I think I have I built that oil rig, and I stole some of the shit from somebody other blends files, and then I just put it together. So I'm just throwing that together real quick, and then I should be able to start the animation stuff. I think I have all the objects done and all the shading and materials done. But the sky was fun, and the water and stuff like that, doing the clouds and stuff, because that's all CGI. That's like not images or anything. It's all like a 360 spin, and it's all rendered.
Hmm.
But that's it, man. How about you, Levy? Did you get anything?
I got 2 Mafex figures. I got the Mafex animated series Batman, and the Mafex Ben Reilly Spider-Man. So
Nice.
yeah, both very cool figures. The Batman, he's pretty much just going to, the way his ankle joints work, I think he's just going to be standing straight up next to my Batmobile, and that's pretty much what he's going to do. He came with 2 capes though, which is cool. Like one is a soft goods cape. I don't like that one as much though, because the top of it, like the because it has a different cowl piece or like a shoulder piece. Because like you take the head off and you can exchange the capes or whatnot. So this cape has a soft plastic top that's supposed to come down from the actual head and cowl and comes down to the shoulders, and then the soft goods cape is kind of attached to that, but they're supposed to kind of be like one piece, because like I don't know if you ever seen the animated series, it's all just, you know, one piece. There's no separation there, but like in this one, like you can clearly see the separation between the plastic when it goes to the soft goods, obviously, right. Because you know there's not really much you're going to be able to do with that, right? But they did include a full length soft plastic cape that drapes over his shoulders and just comes straight down, which is nice when you're just going for like a neutral pose. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what I'm going to go for with the display, and just have him standing next to my animated series Batmobile. So
cool. Makes sense.
And the Ben Reilly Spider-Man is really cool. It like the original the first Spider-Man they did had like all sorts of shading and color gradients in the blue portion of the costume, and then like and actually in the red portion of the costume too. But this one's more flat colored, so
gives it more. Which one is the blue with the hoodie type of costume, or is it? No,
that's the Scarlet Spider. No, this is the Ben Reilly Spider-Man costume.
Okay, gotcha. So it has a big spider like going over his shoulders and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and like the color on that spider symbol was supposed to, well, in the comics it was supposed to match the same blue as the rest of the costume, but in this one it's just black. So
black.
So yeah, so it doesn't have a lot of like the color gradients and the shading and stuff like that. So it looks more flat, and so it kind of gives it more of a like a cartoon kind of aesthetic, sort of. But it is like a brighter red and blue than their original Spider-Man. So it's basically the same mold though, just, you know, well, not really, because I mean the upper torso is a new piece, because like the actual spider symbol, it's not just painted on, it's actually sculpted in. So and then the forearms have like the web shooters sculpted on and everything like that. But it's essentially the same mold functionally. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's a cool figure. Other than that, I didn't get anything.
Plugs, no shout outs?
Nah, I don't have any shout outs or plugs. I don't do nothing outside of this place.
Should.
So yeah, that's it. So nerd news.
I forget to mention, Mike, I backed all the other HasLab projects.
All of them.
Except the Star Saber.
So there was the 2 Star Wars ones, and what was the other one? There was another one. Oh, the G.I. Joe.
There was a Rancor. There was the G.I. Joe Jet, Striker, and then there was the
Proton Pack.
Yeah, the Ghostbusters.
Oh, the Proton. Yeah, no shit. All of them. You did all of them.
Yep.
We're back to
value.
BNS Financial.
BNS Financial. Yeah, I was just gonna say. Yeah, that's another. That's another thing that might be worth doing, because it certainly seems that way.
Yeah.
I saw the Rancor dropped, because they released the different tiers. You know what you get, like with the tier 2 and 3 and 4, and it's like trash. It's basically a Luke Skywalker on card with a coin, and the other one is what's that little monkey dude's name? Cyrillus Crumb or Sarcellus Crumb or whatever.
Salacious Crumb.
Yeah. Everybody's like, "Where's the Gamorrean guard? Where's the Rancor trainer?" And there's like, they actually, a lot of people dropped off. A couple hundred. Pissed some people off, I guess. I bet they'll be back though.
They'll be buying it back off of eBay for twice whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if you go in backing a 2 scale to like a Black Series Rancor, and your deal breaker is that they put through in Salacious Crumb instead of a Gamorrean guard, yeah, you're coming back. You're coming back.
Yeah. I'm mad. Not that mad.
Imagine being that ridiculous. Imagine being that ridiculous.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like, they're giving you a Rancor that's going to scale with your 6-inch Star Wars figures, and you're mad because they gave you fucking that little laughing dude that just like fucking sat in front of Jabba the Hutt instead of a Gamorrean guard, which you can go buy. Because they released that the Gamorrean guard figure, right? I don't know if they released the Rancor trainer, but I mean, that would have been a nice inclusion. But you know what? It's the fucking Rancor, dude.
Hey, man.
And if you're a Star Wars, if you were in on that, and then you're like, oh no, they're not including this other little 6-inch figure with it, I'm out. You're not out. You're not out. You're coming back. Don't be a dope. Stop lying to yourself. Just fucking get out your credit.
This is how Levy used to talk to women when we were like 19 and 20.
Absolutely. And you know what? It worked.
You'll be back.
It fucking worked. Absolutely.
You'll be back.
Women love confidence. Women love confidence. When you're this confident, yeah, that's right.
I don't like kissing an ashtray, Levy. Yeah, you'll be back.
Oh, you'll love kissing this ass though.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna say. Shit.
Yeah.
All right.
So nerd news.
Sure. Let's see. Joe Siracusa was 99 years old. He was a drummer for Spike Jonze and his City Slickers way back in the 40s and the 50s. And in his later golden years, he was the music editor for G.I. Joe, Transformers, Incredible Hulk, and all those other Sunbow Hasbro animations back in the 80s.
Interesting.
Yeah, he just died. He was 99.
It's a good ride.
Dean Stockwell died. Yeah, he was 85.
That was a big one.
Dean Stockwell, who the hell's
Quantum
that?
Leap. You ever watched Quantum Leap?
No, I mean I know what it is, but I never really watched it.
He's on Battlestar Galactica.
He was Al. Yeah, he was in Battlestar. Al. He was in the 80s Dune. He played Dr. Huey.
Oh, okay.
He was in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But those are like
a very long career.
Yeah, those are like the sci-fi geek stuff that he was kind of in that people know him from.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. That's all the people I have that died past 2 weeks. I didn't write it down, but I did see it in passing. The drummer from LA Guns died too.
Really?
Yep.
Wait, let me look. LA Guns. What was his name?
I don't know. I didn't think it was like newsworthy for our podcast, so I didn't really take the notes down of
Steve Riley. Oh no, but he says he's still alive. LA Guns drummer. What did you say his name was?
I didn't. I don't remember.
Fred Curry.
Fred Curry.
Yeah, Fred Curry. Yeah.
Fred McMurray.
That would have been the only thing that would have made the Jerry story funnier is if Fred Curry was dead. And he was,
yeah,
dude.
Did you find it?
Here we go. Mike Gersima. Mike. That name don't even ring a bell. I wonder if he was like not the original drummer.
Maybe, I don't know. So on to the trailers. You guys want to talk about the Spider-Man trailer first?
Yeah,
sure.
Get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Let's start out with this. Have you read about the other Brazilian trailer? Have you found information?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure.
Where it has the extra like couple seconds in it.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you think that is?
In the Lizard
I'm pretty certain Lizard is clearly getting hit by something that they edited out.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's probably.
It is.
Absolutely. And you know, I remember, like, you know, in the past I've said that, you know, I wasn't buying the whole Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, you know, coming to this movie and everything. And I wasn't even buying the Jamie Foxx and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I said, I'll believe it when I see it. Well, I saw it. I saw all these villains showing up from these other movies. I mean, literally, they had Jamie Foxx's Electro. They had the Sandman. They have the Lizard. You know, and it's the Lizard from Amazing Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 1.
Spider-Man.
And I'm like, all right, well, you know what? I'm a believer now. And you can't tell me that all these villains are showing up and not a single other Spider-Man is not going to show up.
Plus, Doc Ock said, he goes, "You're not Peter Parker."
Right.
Well, I mean, I can understand that. I mean, he may not at that point realize he was in another universe, so he sees Spider-Man, somebody in a Spider-Man suit. He's obviously gonna or automatically gonna think it's Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, right? And when it's not, then he's surprised. So I could see that. That doesn't necessarily tell me that Tobey Maguire is going to show up. That could just be a reference to, you know, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. But I mean, the fact that all these villains are showing up and everything, and they didn't show one single picture of the other Spider-Man or mention them at all in that context, I'm like, yeah, they're definitely going to be in that shot. They're definitely going to be in the movie. So yeah, I can totally buy it now. So they pulled it off. And
someone's really hoping. I was reading a lot of comments. Someone was really hoping that that's Miles Morales invisible, which also is a possibility. I can see him being introduced in this movie or at the very end credits or something like that.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense to me that he would be invisible in that shot, because that's like the big hero shot. You're not going to have one of your major characters invisible. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah, so. I don't agree with that theory either, but I do think that he might show up at because, I mean, you know, Sony executives are like, well, why don't we have the chance to introduce whoever we want, you know? Yeah. And then we know he exists in the MCU. Yeah, and then the other executive goes, yeah, but why don't we take our time with it? And then the other executive goes, but money. And they're like, money. Because we know he exists in the MCU. He was mentioned by Donald Glover's character, who's supposed to be Uncle Aaron. So because he's talking to him on the phone or something like that. I think he mentions him by name or some shit. I don't remember the exact. It was when he was when Spider-Man stuck him to the car when he tried to interrogate him. So so we know he exists in the MCU. So maybe they'll introduce him. But I mean, I think that would require a movie all on its own, just kind of like how, you know, Into the Spider-Verse, you know, did it too. You know, I don't think he's going to be like a one-off kind of like, let's just throw him into a post-credit scene and everything. But you can make Into the Spider-Verse canon and just pull him from an animation into a real world situation.
Okay, sure. But the thing is, like, he's not as known as Peter Parker, so not a lot of people know his origin story, despite, you know, how popular Into the Spider-Verse was. There's still probably a lot of people that don't, like, you know, dirty casuals that don't know who Miles Morales is or know his origin. So,
well, I don't know. I mean, the video game's probably going to fix that too. I mean, he was in that.
He's got more exposure. Sure, he's got lots of exposure.
Into the Spider-Verse. I mean, it is he has his own book, his own comic. So, I mean, he's pretty popular, you know.
Sure. And I get that, but that's, you know, under a certain subsect of nerds and gamers and stuff. There's a lot of people whose only exposure to superheroes is through these movies. And
I would think it would be a mistake to make a Miles Morales movie. I think they should just go in running with it. That's my opinion anyway.
It would be a mistake to do a movie by himself?
An origin
Miles Morales. Movie of Miles Morales.
An origin live action.
Before they introduce him?
Yeah. Or as a way to introduce him. We're saying like it would, you know, I'm saying I don't think it would be wise to just do it, like throw him in there as like a post credit or something like at the end of this movie.
I think I might be with Jed on this one. I think I'd sooner introduce the character and get people into him first, and then give the backstory, because I think you're looking at Miles Morales as like, we know about him because we're into comic books and shit like that, but I think the average Spider-Man fan just knows Peter Parker and Mary Jane and Aunt May.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
As the old lady.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like the Into the Spider-Verse is a good enough origin story, and I think that's a good springboard to launch from that. But the Electro, the way they did the electricity around his face to make it like a classic costume look was very cool.
Yep.
I thought that was dope as hell. Yeah.
The what was I gonna say? Oh, the second Goblin is still William Dafoe. It's just not with, he doesn't have a mask on.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I slowed it down.
Like it looked like he had long hair in that shot. It's very blurry.
Maybe they missed. Maybe they're gonna redo it. But I took a snapshot. I zoomed it in. I brightened it up and pulled the contrast up, and it's definitely an old dude. So I think it's him.
I mean, does the glider look the same as Defoe's glider, or does it maybe look like the glider from Amazing Spider-Man 2?
No, no, I don't.
Because I mean, they're bringing in all the villains. So why would Dane DeHaan's Goblin be missing?
Because nobody likes him. Because he sucks.
Okay, all right. That's a good point. Hey, we're bringing everyone else in. What about Dane DeHaan's Goblin? Yeah, no one likes him.
A lot of people are saying that the Mary Jane fall is very parallel to the Gwen Stacy fall, and then they're like, a lot of people are like, they're like analyzing the hand and that, and they're like, oh, that's probably Andrew Garfield, that's going to be his introduction into the movie, catching Mary Jane instead. I don't know. I looked at the suit, the integrated suit that the Hot Toys did, and I looked at that still, and it's the same suit. So
yeah, I think what's going to happen is that he's not going to be able to reach her in time, and Garfield's going to swoop in and save her.
Probably something. I don't know. I'm excited for the movie though.
I don't think it's going to happen, but I would love to see Emma Stone. No. I would love to see Emma Stone come in as Spider-Gwen.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. I think
that would be awesome.
I want to see a threesome between all the Mary Janes, and how many of them are there? Are there 3 Mary Janes and a Gwen Stacy?
No, there's only one Mary Jane. That's Kirsten Dunst. But then you have Gwen Stacy, who is played by Emma Stone. Mm-hmm. And then you have MJ, which is her name's Michelle.
Right.
Played by Zendaya.
Yeah, let's get them 3.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get them 3.
I think I downloaded the wrong Spider-Man flick.
Don't forget about Cunningham's kid.
Oh, yeah.
Bryce Dallas. Yeah.
Bryce Dallas Howard. Oh, she's hot.
Yeah.
Anyway,
okay. Fantasizing.
It's a good thing you're editing. We'll take away that uncomfortable silence that was going on in there.
What else about the trailer did you guys like? I like the high wire swing. That was kind of cool. The wide shot, electrical wires.
Yeah,
I thought it looked good. I thought Dr. Octopus, is he coming off like a good guy or a bad guy, or not a good guy, but like a
at
least not in with the other villains. Because there's a still that the Electro shoots Doc Ock out of the building.
Yeah. Now that could be clever editing, though.
True.
I do like
the whole trailer could be weird editing too. I mean, there's a lot of if you watch it,
a lot of things could be out of context.
If you watch like a lot of parts with like the whole, what is it, like the Statue of Liberty with the Captain America shield thing, that whole scene, there's like a lot of like scenes that are very cut, like you can tell it's not in time, right? It's not right. It's just or it's really zoomed in type of thing. So it's out of context.
Yeah. I did like the scene where they were talking. They asked him his name. It's like, it's Dr. Otto Octavius. And he's like, really?
Yeah. Not really. What's your name?
Yeah, no, really. Yeah.
That is pretty good.
There was someone did mention that he like stole the nanotech, I guess, from Peter Stark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, from Peter. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Because one thing I didn't know is that someone mentioned that there's a chunk missing from his suit, kind of like there was a chunk missing from Iron Man's suit during Infinity War. I think it was War. Yeah. And it like moves from his chest up to from his head to his chest to protect him.
Mm-hmm.
In that one scene when he slams him up against the concrete.
Yeah. Did you notice Octopus? One of Octopus's arms is like red.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. He's taking the nano from his suit and it's going onto his arm.
Oh, okay. Is that what that is?
That's at least what the internet comments have said.
Oh, let's see. So.
A lot of the internet comments are saying that the CGI looks like complete shit too, and I'm like,
it's a trailer. No. They always look like shit in a trailer. Things are never finished in a trailer.
That's true.
People are such dickheads, man.
They are. People are such fucking dopes. They think they fucking know everything, and they don't. It's common knowledge of anybody who knows how trailers are made that CGI is almost never done in a trailer.
I know. If you were an ex-Transbots collector, you'd know this.
I remember when everybody was losing their fucking marbles over the way the trailer, the Bumblebee trailer looked and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the same thing.
Yeah. So one of my coworkers and I were talking today about this movie, and he seems to be convinced that this movie is going to be the highest grossing movie of all time.
That's a possibility.
That is a possibility.
I don't see it. I don't see it breaking Endgame and Avatar's records.
Christmas time.
I mean, it's going to make a lot. It's going to make a fuck ton of money. It's going to make a fuck ton of money. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to go over $2.7 billion though.
Yeah. Well, depends on how long it's in the theater, I guess, and if they re-release it and all.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll make lots of money on the streaming service. Everything else. Yeah, I'd say 600, 700 domestic. I bet at least probably.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like I said, it's definitely going to rank up there. But a lot of Marvel movies do break $2 billion. So
a lot of them do. Like which one?
I don't remember. I did read. I remember reading a list a while back though. A sizable number of them did break $2 billion. Yeah.
Wow. I know. Wow. Okay. I didn't know that. I knew the Endgame.
If I'm recalling it correctly. Now I'm not saying 2.7 billion. I'm just saying 2 billion flat. A lot of them have broken that $2 billion marker, if I recall correctly. I will put that disclaimer out there if I recall correctly. So
what's you guys want to see anything else, or you want to move on to a different
one? Shoot, now I'm blanking on the trailers.
Well, there's the channel right here. It's called BNS Trailers. You can
my phone's charting. It's kind of out of reach.
Hang on, I'll bring it up.
And then we could scroll on up, and we can go down the list if you want. How about the and Tommy one?
That's it. Yeah.
That looks pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Honestly. Let me show me a picture of the girl that they got playing Pamela Anderson that doesn't look anything like how she looks in
real life. Lily James. I mean, she's cute.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, when she's done up like Pam Anderson, holy fucking shit. Now, I was never a big fan of Pam Anderson, but I'm a big fan of Lily James's Pam Anderson. Fucking A.
Pam Anderson was way hotter before she had all that plastic surgery done.
Right.
I'm not saying she was ugly.
After the titties.
Yeah, I'm not saying she was ugly. I'm just saying, she was not, someone I went super gaga for,
Pam Anderson, post titties, pre all that other shit that she did to herself.
Yeah.
Like somewhere in the middle, like I'm a middle Pamela Anderson. Yeah, that's I'm not even into blondes, to be honest with you. But that one, she was.
I was actually more surprised with Sebastian Stan. I'm like,
yeah, right.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I'm like, where's the Winter Soldier?
Yeah,
in Tommy Lee's pants.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, there were some promotional shots of Lily James, and I don't know if they had touched him up or whatever, but like she was like almost indistinguishable from Pam Anderson in those shots.
Yeah,
like now, like in this trailer, when I look at it, I can definitely see Lily James in the trailers, but like in these promotional images that I saw, holy Christ, I was like, holy shit, that's Lily James. So, yeah, she looks fucking good.
That'll be an interesting movie because it seems like they focus like very much so on just the whole, controversy and everything.
Yeah. Well, it's actually like a series, not a movie.
Oh, it is. Oh, that's right. It is a series.
Yeah, it's a series.
Ah, cool. Which trailer you guys want to talk about?
I'm just going right down the list here. The one after that, Don't Look Up.
Mm-hmm.
So when I first started playing it, I'm like, oh good, it's like another fucking Armageddon. And then it was funny. So now like at first I was not into it, but then as the trailer went on, I was getting into it. Like it looked like it was pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, I think it's Adam McKay movie, right?
Yeah.
And he did all those other, fucking Knocked Up and those type of. This is 40, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks funny. DiCaprio isn't doing like a Oscar, performance. He's just playing along with the comedic troupe type of thing.
Right.
You know what the ultimate irony would be if you were to win an Oscar for this? So that would be funny. I mean, I know he's already won for The Revenant, but that would just be funny. Like when he's not trying to win an Oscar and they're like, "Hey, here you go." I mean, because I think the Revenant Oscar was like kind of a gimme. Not that he was bad. I mean, he was absolutely phenomenal in that movie. It's just like, how many times are you going to fucking snub the guy, So they were like, all right, fine. Here you go. Have an Oscar.
Meanwhile, Daniel Day-Lewis has like 8 of them.
Excuse me. And every one of those is well-deserved.
Yeah. Here you go, Leo. You can have one of mine. Borrow it for a little bit.
Yeah, just hang on to this one. I don't need this one. This is my last in the Mohicans. I don't need this one. I don't even know if he won an Oscar for Mohicans, but
I think he did.
He probably did.
Everything he's in, he usually does.
Yeah. And then he'd be like, "Oh, come on, can I get Gangs of New York? I was in that movie." No, gang stays with me.
That's the one you can't have. So, the Surviving Supercon, that was I didn't see that before, but I was like, oh, I think it's actually out, that documentary. And it's interesting. I want to see that because it just harkens back to all the cons that we go to, and it seems like I never heard of that Supercon before.
Yeah, I've never heard of it either.
So,
but apparently they have
a lot of people there.
Wrestling shows.
Yeah, where the hell is that? Do you know where it is?
No, that's no idea. That's what I said. I didn't even see the trailer for this. It just came out, I think, a couple weeks ago or a week ago, maybe 2. But I'm gonna have to watch it then when I have a spare moment.
You're on my cord here, dog.
Yeah, that could be one of. I don't know that I would like put that on purpose, but sometimes I get sucked into the documentaries when they're just on, and then I would end up watching the whole fucking thing.
Well, it's to me, it's like one of those like the whole toys you grew up with type of documentary thing, where it's like it's like specific to stuff that you're into, like what you collect and stuff, and it seems like it hits like every single of nerd community in the convention, and it's I don't know, it's when the guy's like, what is his name, Jim or something, he's like, Jim, don't get out of the car, and he's like, get out, and he's like seeing some jerks or like that. It's like I can see that happening at TFCon.
Such and such's mom almost got murdered.
Yeah, it's interesting. I definitely want to watch it. So next, Stranger Things. Tell me your opinions of this trailer.
It's looking less like a supernatural type of thing and more like a fucking action flick.
Right.
But outside of that, I don't have a whole lot to say about it. Me and Levy were just talking about it before we came on, and it's like I'm 3 seasons behind at this point.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. They lost the whole upside down thing. I don't know. Like you're right. It's like it's going in a different genre direction for the 80s.
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure they're gonna tie it back into everything.
Probably.
But yeah, I'm sure they're going to. But yeah, I mean, it really didn't do much. It didn't really show much. But I'm still definitely interested to see it. So, but you can't tell me those kids are in high school. I mean, fucking.
They got held back.
Finn Wolfhard looks like he's 35.
He does.
So, but no, I mean, I love Stranger Things, so I'll definitely watch it. So, definitely a lot of 80s nostalgia with it. So, I'm definitely in.
Do you think it should end it here? Just kind of end it with this season?
I think they said this season 4 is going to be the last one.
Yeah, but money.
But money.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're going to end it here. Because I mean, the kids are growing out of the roles. You know, it's gonna be kind of weird, like seeing Stranger Things season 5. You know, midlife crisis. Yeah,
Midlife crisis.
So it's yeah. The kids are aging out of the roles, so I'm pretty sure that this season 4 is gonna be their last one. But you're right, money.
Mm-hmm. So I put the Arcane trailer in there. It's been out.
Yeah.
They're releasing it in 3 episode arcs. So it's like an act. The 2 acts are out so far. So 6 episodes came out, and the final 3 episodes come out tomorrow, which would be Saturday, which if this is released on Monday, be a couple of days ago. But not only is the animation fantastic, but the story's really good too.
Yeah. I'm impressed with how good it looks. It looks like an animated painting.
It is. We were like in the whole Discord server that I'm in with the whole Blender, NPR, non-photorealistic type of thing. Everyone was just talking about it, how good it looks and how they did it. And, how there's all these different types of techniques that are being used in it. It's from some French CGI company.
Yeah.
Basically, they're taking like models and they're using panels and they're doing hand paint digital stuff and they're applying it onto the panel. And then they're doing like all this additional stretch animation around like, the modeling, which is hardly ever done. But the one thing that's really interesting is that they're doing like smear animation as well as the whole algorithmic and smear motion blur as well. So they combine the two. So it not only does it look realistic, but it also looks
hand drawn.
Yeah, hand drawn at the same time. So everyone's comparing it to Spider-Verse, and it is very, very, very close, if not up there, or not better than Spider-Verse when it comes to animation. It's
the art style very much reminds me of what's the name of that video game? It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember what it is.
Your name for a video game?
No, I can't remember the name of it, and it's right there. I keep the word Uncharted keeps coming into my mind, and that's not it at all. It's the it'll come to me. It'll come to me.
Then I have no idea. Anyway, it's really good. I have zero interest or about like League of Legends. So, and the whole story and the characters are really good. The voice acting is awesome. It's just all around. It's really, really good.
I watched the first episode with Vanessa, but we were watching it late, so I didn't make it to the second one, but it looked pretty fucking good though.
Yeah, it's
Dishonored. It reminds me of the game Dishonored. The art direction for Dishonored.
Never played it.
It's a good game. You should check it out.
So moving right along to Genlock. Did you guys watch the first season at all?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Oh, I brought it up before. It was it's actually pretty good.
I never heard of it.
Probably. It's the animation's okay, but it's all CGI. Michael B. Jordan's in it, and he's basically the main guy. Williams. And Maisie Williams, David Tennant. There's a bunch of well-known people doing the voices. It's cool. It's like a mech. It's like a mech CGI animation thing. It's a good story.
Yeah, it looked like Voltron meets Pacific Rim.
Sorta. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's worth your time watching if you guys are looking for something to look like at it like this type of CGI animation if you're gonna watch it. I watched Wheel of Time last night. They posted the first three episodes on Amazon. The trailer looks like we mentioned before. The CGI looks like shit and everything like that, but it's actually really good. I was surprised. It's really well done.
Wait, what was it called?
The Wheel of Time. And
it was an animation?
No, it's the next trailer. It's not an animation. It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh.
It's a sword and sorcery fantasy type of books. It's based off of the novel Jordan.
Oh, okay. The trailer that you put in there, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That did look pretty good.
I watched the first 3 episodes and it was actually really I'm very happy with it.
We might be giving that a shot.
I read the books like 20 years ago. Not all of them, because
I read the books, you Neanderthals.
It's good though. It's a good show. I would check it out. And the last trailer was Lightyear. What'd you guys think of that?
Man, the animation's awesome. It looks it's kind of weird because they're taking him out of the whole Toy Story vibe, and it just looks like he's an action hero now, like a real action hero.
Right.
It looks like it could be fun. I'm not really much for the Pixar movies, but yeah, it looks like it could be fun.
I'll wait for Disney Plus.
Okay. What did you think of it though, Levy?
I'll wait for Disney Plus.
Okay. Anyway, did you guys watch that last one I put in there, the tweet? It's actually pretty cool.
No, I haven't had a chance to look at it yet.
Why don't you guys watch it? We'll come back like in a minute. It's really cool.
Okay.
So like 9 years ago, we could have had Powerhouse Animation doing like a Marvel animation.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
this is the thing you were telling us about.
Yeah. So like the guys that did Castlevania, they could have like been doing Marvel animation back then. This was a pitch to Marvel that they never. Damn,
that's a bummer, man.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah.
I love Deadpool shooting Galactus. Yeah, I like that was a cool pitch, man. That was a cool trailer. Like, I like how they tied all the realistic, like the real, historical shit in with like certain heroes and stuff.
If you want to go the what if route, like what if Powerhouse Animation did Marvel animation 9 years ago, I think that would have been a big competitor to DC's animation that was really popular back then.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been cool. Damn.
But anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting and really cool, and like another like you said, a what if this would have happened, but it didn't.
Damn, man. Damn. I didn't realize it was up on the screen. Yeah. That's pretty good. That's gonna be a good one. I'm working on the me and Jay's Contra poster. And it's going to be pretty fucking funny.
Cool.
Levy's laughing because he's like, I showed him the picture of Jay, and he's like, whose body is that on? I'm like, it's Jay's body. He's like, I don't remember his guns being that big, and I'm like, they aren't. I jacked this up in Photoshop a little. I put like 20 extra pounds of muscle on both of us. I can't do nothing about his farmer tan really, but I can make him look I can bulk him up a little bit.
That's pretty funny.
So you guys watch anything cool?
I finished Squid Game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what was your reaction to the end of episode 6?
What'd you think of
with the marbles? The marble game?
The marble game, that was heartbreaking, man.
Yeah. Wasn't it?
It was heartbreaking. Well, the worst though, actually, I don't even know if it was are you referring to like when he had to, like he was trying to outsmart the old man?
No, the whole thing. The whole thing with fucking Ali's the betrayal of Ali.
Yeah, that was fucked up. I thought Ali was growing on.
What's her name? Sacrifice. Freaking
yeah.
The old man.
The old man really bummed me out.
Yeah.
The old man bummed me out a lot.
How betrayed did you feel in the last episode?
That old man. Yeah. Well,
bummed you out, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, going back to the.
Oh, by the way, spoilers for Squid Game.
Squid Game. Going back to the Marvel game, the worst part of the whole thing wasn't even revealed till the next episode, even though if you would have had any kind of memory, you would have remembered who picked who for whose teams and all that shit. But they all went into that game thinking that they were going to be a team. Mm-hmm. And then so that husband and wife.
Yeah.
Man, that shit fucking. Yeah, that bummed me out.
And then the woman who didn't have a partner ended up waiting for him. She was back in the waiting room waiting for them.
Yeah.
They all thought she was going to be executed. Everyone just assumed that if you didn't get a partner, they were going to execute you.
And she was just chilling.
Yep.
I hated her, by the way.
Oh, she was awful.
She was the worst, probably the worst character in the whole fucking thing, man. What were you going to say, Jen?
I was just gonna say it was just like it was going good, and then they added all the weird rich dudes into the whole thing, and it just like slowly sidetracked the story, I think.
Yeah, they put that went down like the Kubrick
Yeah.
alley type of thing.
To be fair, though,
Yeah.
to be fair, because those actors did get a lot of flack for those scenes, the American actors. You got to remember the people editing this series are Korean speakers.
Yeah.
So they're not going to get the subtleties of American dialects and line delivery.
Right.
The one guy was saying, like there were certain lines that he had delivered, or he had read exactly as they were in the script, but because it was written by a Korean speaker, it didn't really make much sense in English. So he delivered those lines as they were written, but then in subsequent takes said those lines in a more natural English speaking way.
Right.
Those weren't the takes that they used.
The
ones that they used were the ones that he recited directly from the script.
The uncomfortable ones, yeah.
Right. So there's that, and just there were things lost in translation when they went to edit this film together, and what takes they took and what takes they didn't. Yeah. So so that should be taken into consideration when thinking about those scenes.
It was fucked up. It was fucked up that the cop's brother ended up being the Black Mask dude.
Yeah,
just because they've their pitch meeting for this. You should watch it. It's really funny. They're like, so then we're gonna reveal that the guy all this time was his brother. Like, wait, what? How long was he missing? Oh, like maybe a month or two, and he became the leader of an organization.
Yeah, he became Cobra Commander. Yeah,
because he couldn't pay his rent after a month or two. And they're like, yeah, but then we're gonna have him get shot, and his brother's gonna fall, and he's like, well, how far is he gonna fall? Well, into season 2 if necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just a lot of there's a lot. I think the thing that messed me up the most about the Marvel game was when the old guy was like pretending he had dementia, but then at the end he's like told me he was pretending that he had dementia.
Yeah,
made it feel like shit.
But the thing too though is he opened the door for that.
How so?
Well, because he's the one that asked him. It's like, what did you say? Making like he opened the door for it. He didn't come right out, intending to try and fool him. He presented the opportunity to him, and he took it.
Oh, but all the other ones after that, he most certainly tried to fool him on purpose.
Of course, but I'm saying he opened the door
when he said what? Wait, what do you say? What are you talking about?
He's like, oh, how many marbles did I guess? He's like, oh, you guessed, this or that.
Okay. He opened the door. He presented the opportunity to him to do it. So I don't know if I can really fault him that much for it, because he was like basically saying, here, I'm giving you a pass because I know I'm going to be out at the end of this.
Right. Yeah. Right.
The other thing too with the glass, man, I just ran straight down that fucking beam that was holding the glass.
Right? I was thinking that myself, to be honest with you, man. I'm like, man, what a bunch of dumb motherfuckers, dude. Like, they could have crawled down that.
I'm sure they probably would have been shot if they tried to do that.
Wow.
And the other thing too, I mean, from the very beginning, let's be honest. After the hide and seek, red light, green light, like, how fucking bad off does your life got to be? Like, they did the vote, everybody split,
and then
they almost everybody came back.
Yep.
Like, I don't know, man. You got to be in a rough spot.
Well, he did say that they were all on the verge of financial ruin.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't that they were just like not well off. They were on verge of financial ruin. That's like very, very bottom of the barrel.
The one thing that didn't play out that I thought was going to happen was like during the Marvel game and a couple other times, with the old guy and the main character. What was the main character's name, Levy? I forgot his name.
I'm blanking on it now.
Jim. So like Jim and the old guy, right? So like, I thought there was going to be some type of like connection there. Like it was his father or uncle.
Kihon is his name.
I thought there was going to be like some type of, because like when he was talking about, I used to live, and then when he actually does show up in his neighborhood, he's like, this looks like my neighborhood. So I thought it was going to be something like, this was this dude's like long lost dad or uncle or some shit, some type of family relation. I got the vibe from that.
Between between who? Between the two guys that made it to the end?
No, between the old guy and the main character.
The main character.
And the main oh, okay. Yeah, I gotcha. I thought there was going to be a connection between the... Okay.
Here's an interesting fact. They peppered in clues that the old man was not who he said he was. Starting all the way back in the first episode when they were playing the red light, green light. If you notice when the robot is scanning the crowd for movement, and whenever the old man is in frame, everyone's highlighted except for him.
Meaning he's
highlighted? Meaning he wasn't a target.
What do you mean everybody was highlighted?
When it showed the robot's view,
the robots yeah,
everyone was highlighted.
That's interesting.
He was not.
Is that something that you saw somebody else point out, or did you actually?
No, I saw somebody point that out. Yeah. I didn't catch that myself.
Interesting. Yeah, it was a good series, man. I was entertained. I can't. I mean, I had some weird shit going on here and there.
I want back every tear I cried over that old man.
Yeah, yeah. It was so sad, man. Like,
yeah.
My Nana had dementia, so it hit home even harder a little bit, man. And I'm like, dude, and this dude, and where the other like the main character, it was well played because you can see every ounce of pain he had because it's like it's either I got tons of years in front of me,
desperation, and
this old man does not have his time in the light is short.
Even if he wins this, how much time does he have?
Yeah, right. And it was definitely like he did a good job of acting and stuff like that. He was actually, from what I could tell, he was a pretty good actor.
How much did you cry at the end of that episode?
That one?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Nah.
Really?
This one?
Yeah. You ain't gotta.
No, I'll fully admit that if I cry,
I was bawling my eyes out, dude.
I cried at the end of Voltron. I did.
I don't cry.
Well, yeah, because you're a fucking robot. I get that.
I was bawling my eyes out, man. All right, Twiggy.
Look. Nah, Voltron had me choke the fuck up, man. Like it was the part where it was the Prince. You never. I won't spoil it for you.
The first season and then
man,
the first half of the first season.
Surprising.
Yeah, especially since it's the same studio that did Korra, and you really liked Korra and Last Airbender.
Well, truth be told, I've never finished Korra.
What's wrong with you, Levy?
Well, it's because when it was originally airing. When it was originally airing, they pulled it off of Nickelodeon on TV.
Oh,
you had to watch it on the website, and I just never got around to doing that.
Interesting.
So, actually, I think there was something that was preventing me from watching on the website. I can't remember what it was. I think there was something they wanted me to do, and I was like, yeah, fuck this, I ain't doing that.
Oh, like subscribe to a cable company or something like that?
Well, they wanted me to subscribe to something, I think, and I'm like, fuck that, I ain't doing it. I'll fucking watch it later.
I watched all the Foundation season 1. That was really good.
The Foundation?
Mm-hmm. Foundation season 1. That was good.
The Foundation for Law and Government?
No, Foundation. It's that sci-fi trailer that I showed a couple months ago. Jared Harris is in it.
He expects me to remember a trailer that we saw like months ago.
Yeah. It's good. It's good. It's another one that I'd recommend.
Is that a show or a movie?
It's a show.
Oh, you said it was. You said you watched the first season. Okay.
10 episodes. It is. Has anybody watched the new Dexter?
No, I don't have Showtime, so I was going to see if you could throw it up on Jetflix for me.
Oh, now I'm good enough.
Damn right. Sure. I started rewatching The Shield.
Oh, what a great show!
Wow.
Yeah.
What made you?
That I saw. Well, actually, no. I don't know. I don't remember what. I think what it was is I saw a clip from the show ended up on my feed on YouTube, on my recommended on YouTube. So I suddenly fell into a rabbit hole of watching the Shield clips. And then I'm like, I gotta watch the show again. So I went looking through my various streaming services to see which one had it, and Hulu has it. So I was like, yeah, all right. Now I finished episode 3 of the first season so far. So, but yeah, that show's so fucking good, man. Fucking.
Has anybody checked out Gate?
Gate? What's that?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Oh, that anime.
Nah, I haven't.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah,
I haven't.
okay,
yet.
that I remember.
That's definitely on my list, Jed.
There's another one that it's only 3 episodes. Well, they're actually OVAs, so they're about 45 minutes each. But it's from the guy that did Ninja Scroll and all those animations. It's called Cyber City Oedo 808. It's really good.
What is it called?
Cyber City Oedo.
Yeah.
808.
Oedo. How do you 808?
Here, I'll paste it.
Oedo. Yeah, I was gonna say stick that in there.
Like I said, it's 3 episodes, but they're basically like mini OVAs because they're about 45 minutes long or so.
Right.
And it's like there's 3 characters in it, and each one focuses on each one of the main characters. It's kind of like a Suicide Squad type of thing, Dirty Dozen type of situation, but it's in the future, and they get these criminals they join the police force and hunt down other cyber criminals and stuff. So it kind of has like this Ninja Scroll, Blade Runner, Bubblegum Crisis type of feel to it. It's you can see why this guy got the job to do Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, because there's like there's just really cool scenes of like animation that he did that are really similar. It's really good. Check it out when you have time. If you're ever looking for another anime, like, it's only 3 episodes.
I'm always
that was
looking.
It was done. I downloaded the what should I call it? The Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040. It's like a reboot of like the 80s Bubblegum Crisis.
I was gonna say because I saw the 80s one.
Yeah, it's actually really good so far. It's like a 26 episode series and out type of thing. That's another one I recommend.
Oh, you saw it already?
I watched some of it, but I haven't watched all of it. But it's good. How about you, Livy? You've been watching anything, or you've been playing Magic the Gathering Arena?
Well, no, like I said, I've been rewatching The Shield.
And that's it. Just Shield all day, all night.
I spend a lot of time watching YouTube and shit. No, I've been playing more Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, okay.
So, and Forza Horizon 5.
Oh, back in the rig, huh?
Yeah. I would be playing Grand Theft Auto Trilogy, but boy, did that turn into such a fucking shit show.
I heard you saying about how it's really shitty and buggy and crappy.
Yeah. I don't know how they fucking fucked it up, but they fucked it up. 20-year-old games, and they fucked up a re-release.
Yeah, definitely not a Mass Effect re-release.
Good job, Rockstar. You deserve a round of applause for that mess. Good job. Fuck you. I mean, seriously, how do you
it's
fuck
like
that up,
right? Skyrim, the people patching it more than the developers do now at this point.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. You should take a look at there's a number of videos that are popular now about showing like various glitches and problems that this game has. You should look at the rain effects. It's horrendous. I
saw the one where the guy's standing in front of a soda machine for like 30 minutes and it crashes the game or something like that. I forget what it is.
But yeah, basically what they did was, first off, they instead of using the original games that were made for consoles, they went and decided to use the shitty mobile versions as a base to do this remaster. Then they went and used an AI upscaler to upscale everything in the game.
Yeah, that's dumb.
I don't know. But then they went and used an AI upscaler, right, to upscale all the games. But then they didn't go and touch anything up. They just used the results as they were. And that's why you have signs that are misspelled, because the AI upscaler couldn't differentiate certain letters from each other. So like a sign that had previously said air guitar says AR guitar now, because it couldn't make out the I separated from the R. And there's another sign that said is Shaft hot dogs. Shaft hot dogs. Try on a real man's meat. And now in the re-release it says try on a real man's heat, or something to that effect. It changed the word meat to heat because the low res graphics, the M looked like an H to the upscaler, and so that. That's what it came out with, and they didn't bother going in and fixing it. They didn't go in and look for shit like that.
Right.
Character models look truly horrendous. Like there's one guy whose fucking shoulders are like he has this shirt on, right, and his shoulders are like from his shoulders, his shirt goes up to his neck, and it just looks like he just looks horrendous. Like his shoulders look like they're drooped down, and his head looks like it's really high, and it just looks bad. And like character faces look bad. There's just so many bugs. The rain effects are just utter shit. You can't see anything because they made all of the raindrops white translucent or white opaque streaks that you can't see through. Like, you know what I mean? And so
like
it just looks
like your D&D session with all that snow.
Yeah. No. That you can at least see through that. No, these white streaks that they had for rain were just like opaque. You couldn't see through it at all, and there's a whole bunch of them on the screen. You can't see anything. It's just so bad. The game is just horrendous, and it's a horrible fucking state. And they charge $60 for this game. And the worst part about it is that they delisted all other previous versions of this game from all other digital storefronts. Yeah, so you can't buy the original versions of the game. Now, just today, Rockstar issued a formal apology saying, "Hey, we're sorry, we fucked up. We're gonna do our best to make it right and fix things. We have a new patch that's gonna be coming out shortly. We'll let you know when that's coming. And as a thank you, or as a groveling apology, we're gonna relist all of the old versions of these games on our Rockstar launcher." Fuck your Rockstar launcher. Freaking on day one when the trilogy released, the Rockstar launcher crashed. So you couldn't buy the game at all on launch day, and those that were able to still couldn't play the game because apparently it requires an online connection.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, man.
Fucking A, man. It floors me that they could fuck this up. This should have been a license for them to print money, and they fucked up.
That's what happens when you rush.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what it was. They wanted to rush it out for the holiday season. Yeah, it was nothing. They got greedy. It was nothing but a cash grab. So if they fix it up and make it playable, then I'll consider buying it then. But I'm not giving them $60 for this steaming pile of horse shit. So
I did play the Myst VR. That was fun? Yeah, it's pretty good. I didn't play a lot of it, but it's because I played that game a long time ago, and it's just one of those tedious puzzle games, and I feel like investing the time in it. But it looks good. I mean, in VR.
Yeah. So
anybody have anything else?
I don't think so.
Trailer wise or watching wise, you mean?
Watching wise.
I saw a really fucking horrifying horror movie the other day, and I can't remember what the fuck it's called, but it was basically like some kind of, it was like the hate plague, like with the spores, except the spores, instead of causing hatred, they just made fucking plants grow inside of you. And it really don't sound all that interesting when I explain it that way, but it was a pretty fucking horrifying.
That sounds familiar.
Horror movie. Yeah, I gotta look. I saw it on. I think it was on Netflix. I gotta look the title up because it would definitely get a recommend. But I'm like, man, I'm so fucking ADHD. I hate myself sometimes because I was watching it and the whole time I was watching it, I was wondering what the fucking name of the movie was, and all I had to do was just like hit the pause button.
Did you watch any of the Fear Street movies on there?
Fear Street. Oh, all 3 parts we did. Yeah. Yeah, they were.
I heard they were pretty good.
They were pretty good. They come across like when you first start watching, and they're going to be some stupid ass teeny bopper horse shit movies or whatever, but then they ended up being pretty good. Yeah,
they were actually really. I didn't watch them, but I've heard that they were really great homages to horror movies of the time periods that they're set in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the first one was like inspired by Scream and those teenage slasher films in the 90s.
Yeah.
And then what was it? 1978 was the summer camp slasher films and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd like to sit down and watch them. I haven't gotten around to it yet though.
Would you try it again?
Whoa. Sorry, my computer just tried to Siri.
10 great killer plant films.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the name of that movie right now. I just Googled random shit that it might be.
The Crazies was a good movie.
So Levy, do you have any weird news for us?
I have some weird news, yes. I have a couple stories. Let's see here. This first one comes from The Guardian. Hiker lost on U.S. mountain, ignored calls from rescuers because he didn't recognize the number. A man who became lost for 24 hours while hiking on Colorado's highest mountain ignored repeated phone calls from rescue teams because they came from an unknown number. Authorities
Voicemail.
say. The hiker was reported missing around 8 p.m. on October 18th after failing to return to where he was staying. Repeated attempts to contact the man through calls, text, and voicemail messages went ignored. 5 rescue team members were deployed at around 10 p.m. to search high probability areas from Mount Elbert, but returned around 3 a.m. the following morning after failing to locate the missing hiker on the 4,401 meter high peak. Second team set out at 7 a.m. the next day to search areas where hikers typically lose the trail, only to discover the man had returned to his place of lodging around 9:30 a.m. The hiker told authorities he had lost his way around nightfall and bounced around onto different trails trying to locate the proper trailhead before finally reaching his car the next morning, about 24 hours after setting out on the hike. Lake County Search and Rescue said the man reported having no idea anyone was out looking for him. One notable takeaway is that the subject ignored repeated phone calls from us because he didn't recognize the number. If you're overdue according to your itinerary and you start getting repeated calls from an unknown number, please answer the phone. It may be a search and rescue team trying to confirm you're safe.
Maybe. Or it could have been someone asking about your car insurance.
Extended car warranty.
Extended
Imagine
car
being
warranty.
lost on a mountain. Imagine being lost on a mountain and your phone rings and you're like, oh, rescue. Hi, we're trying to reach you, but your car is extended warranty. Call for help.
Ooh, I got a
Imagine
signal. I have a signal.
Imagine this the same guy that was in the search party looking for himself,
Right.
and then they were trying to call him. It's like at that point you just deserve to be lost.
Yeah. All right. So my second story, this comes from penlive.com. Woman jumps into Bronx Zoo lion exhibit, tells animal, I love you, while holding roses and throwing $100 bills.
Wow.
A woman dressed in a blonde wig climbed into the lion exhibit at the Bronx Zoo on Thursday, according to a report by NBC New York. In a video captured by a witness, the woman can be seen jumping into the exhibit and carrying roses toward the lion. Dressed in a blonde wig, the red dress, and leopard print shawl, the woman began talking to the lion from about 15 feet away. King, I love you. I came back for you, the woman says to the lion, a witness told the news outlet. She was also throwing $100 bills toward the lion. The report said witnesses reported the incident to staff, but the woman was gone by the time they got there.
Eaten.
Wow.
Spokesperson for the
mental
zoo
health right there.
said that the woman was not in any real danger and was never in the same space as the lions. Instead, the zoo said the woman crossed a barrier into a planted area near the exhibit, was on the other side of a protective moat separating the enclosure from the viewing public. This situation involves one individual who's determined to harass our lions with no regard for her safety or the safety of our staff and our guests, and no regard for the well-being of the lions. We have an NYPD substation in the park and are working closely with them to resolve the situation with this individual. The Bronx Zoo has a zero-tolerance policy in matters such as this and will aggressively seek prosecution against this individual and anyone who violates park safety rules. So she was making it rain.
That story only good if it ends up with her being fucked or eaten.
Or both.
Or both, and it doesn't matter which order it happened in.
So this one comes from IFL Science. I didn't actually take notice of the date, so this is actually going back a few years. Oh, God damn you, you're fucking... fuck you, IFL
Pop-ups
Science.
again.
Yeah. But the headline says, could hackers program sex robots to kill?
Yes.
So basically they're talking in here about how sophisticated sex dolls are getting, and how eventually they'll be connected to the internet, if not already connected to the internet or networked, and if that happens, then people will be able to hack into them, and then if they can hack into them, they could potentially be given instructions to kill people.
Imagine
Yes.
if the sex robots just end up being like so sophisticated that they just end up like regular women, and then like you have this sex robot and She just starts drinking, gets fat, and stops fucking you.
This is precisely why I bought you in the first place, so this wouldn't happen. You're not supposed to be able to say no.
Won't say no to a fucking 50 Jägermeister, though.
Let's see here. All right, so in my last story, I like to call this karma. This is from Newsweek.com. Suspected poacher missing after jumping into crocodile-infested lake to escape rangers.
I bet she's still missing.
Oh, I hope so. A suspected poacher is missing after leaping into a lake in South Africa known to be home to around 1,000 crocodiles. The man entered Lake St. Lucia on Friday.
Lake Crocodile.
Yeah. On Friday, November 12th, after exchanging gunshots with rangers working in the Simalangaliso Wetland Park. The field rangers had heard gunshots being fired around 9:30 a.m. local time. They went to investigate and saw two boats on the bank of the lake. They monitored the area nearby as the team believed the boats belonged to poachers operating in the area. As they were patrolling, they saw 4 suspected poachers heading towards the boats, one of which was carrying a gun. Field rangers told the suspects to surrender, but instead they were shot at. The rangers returned fire and moved toward the area the group had been. The suspected poachers ran in different directions during the shootout. Field rangers further observed blood in the water, which made them suspect that one poacher, probably the one with a gun, had been shot. He might have attempted to avert arrest by jumping into the water. Our divers went into the water again today to search the missing poacher. The missing poacher is thus still missing. We know that the lake has crocodiles, so if he did not manage to get out during the gunfire, we're concerned about his safety. Are you really concerned, though?
No.
Are you really concerned? Yeah.
Of course not.
I'd be more worried about the crocodile's indigestion. So yeah, fuck poachers. I hope that man got eaten by crocodiles. Fuck him.
Wow.
So that's it for weird news.
Do we have toy news?
We do have toy news. Let me just gonna pull the Oh, you shitting me? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hang on, it's taking a minute. Oh, by the way, my Starscream was supposed to get here today, but it's coming FedEx, and apparently it's taking a tour of the tri-state area before it comes to my house.
As FedEx is wont to do.
Okay, first up, I have and Jed, if you need any of these pictures, let me know, but I'm sure you probably saw all, if not at least most of them.
Pants.
We got Thorilla, King Toys Thorilla, some prototypes. Yeah. I mean, he looks really good. I can't deny that. These prototype pictures. But So we saw all the Kang toys, like the Predaking put together, and also, who didn't we talk about yet? The feet that turned into the wolves. Mm-hmm. And who the hell else was left? Ramhorn. Not Ramhorn. Not Ramhorn. Headstrong.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, they all look pretty good.
Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to that gorilla. So,
are you gonna get him, Levy?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, I'm getting this whole set.
Oh, excellent. One thing that I noticed of all those pictures that were out the past couple of days is that there was the one with the Asian chick was presenting those pictures. If you look in the back, the Superion was standing right next to the Kang Toys one, and they're like the same height.
Yeah, I think they definitely look like they're the same company, don't they?
I wonder if it is, or if
I can almost guarantee it. Like, because why else would they have prototypes from both?
Well, it could be just maybe it was like a Chinese presenter or something had no new people and he had them together or something. I don't know. Could be a lot of different reasons why, but yeah, I mean, they scale almost identically, so that kind of, like you said, tends to lead to believe that with the stylization of both and their size, that you probably is the same company.
Yeah, they definitely have like similar. Like when I look at the stylization from G1 to what they have for Predaking, looks very similar to like G1 Superion versus that Dreamstar Superion. Like, it looks cut from the same cloth, so to speak.
Right.
But yeah, it looks fucking cool. It definitely looks bigger though, right? Like definitely it looks bigger than the Toy World combiner and Zeta combiners.
Oh yeah.
It's so hard to tell, man, because that they show that chick, but that chick could be a tiny chick too. So who the hell knows?
Well, in the other pictures where they were at the convention, I think, didn't they have like a bottle or a can standing next to it? Or
I'd have to find those and Photoshop them together to see if like how big that would actually end up being.
I'd say with the addition of the foot bots or shoe bots, whatever you want to call them, probably
Slipper wolves.
Maybe slipper wolves. There we go. Probably maybe at least 3 inches bigger than Toy World.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll find out soon enough, but
which it should be. So, I mean, are you of the group that thinks like the Predaking type of combiner should be the biggest of them all that stands over everybody?
A lot of people feel that way, but I don't know. I kind of see all the combiners being
identically the same height.
I don't, well, identically, like, because, I just look at them like people, you know what I mean? They're all going to be slightly different sizes, but I just don't know that I'm into one combiner like towering over another,
Are you comparing them to if you had people holding on to each other and like, standing together as a combined mode?
No, I'm saying like that people are different heights, you know what I mean? Like we're not all the same size. So like it would stand to reason that like
to a robot.
Well, why would they have to be all the same size? Like exactly the same size. Like you know what I mean? Like it's not like the fucking Cybertron factories start up and then it's like, all right, combiner height is going to be 50 fucking meters high, so make sure everybody's exactly fucking 50 meters high. Like,
so let me make sure I get this right. So you're in the group that believes that it's okay if they alternate in height by a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But Predaking doesn't have to be the tallest one.
No. I mean, I think he could be, but I just don't see him as like humongous, like towering over the other ones. I think maybe we might have saw it that way because he would just seem like a big imposing combiner. But I don't remember like where everybody's getting this. Was that on the Sunbow chart that he was actually bigger than Devastator and all that?
On the Sunbow chart, but also because the G1 toy was so much bigger than
the
City ones.
Blaster was bigger than Metroplex too.
No, I get you, but you like different kinds of characters. You kind of in the G1, I think you kind of assume that they're in the same scale. Like all the city bots are going to be in the same scale with each other, but not necessarily with other figures in a line. Yeah, and I think the same thing with combiners. I think with the combiners, you kind of assume that they're kind of the same scale,
right?
With each other, but not necessarily with other characters.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, so like Devastator and Superion should be in the same scale, but they won't necessarily scale with Optimus Prime.
Right.
So if they scale with each other, then it stands to reason that you would assume that Predaking scales with them. And so because he is all like, normal, like big size Transformers, and there was no Razor Claw wasn't any bigger than any of the others, he made for a bigger combined mode. And so you kind of just assume that, he scales with the others. He just towers over the rest.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of where it came from, and in the cartoon, I don't remember, where he stood in the in scale, but here you have the Sunbow chart up, so it looks like he does scale the same size as Devastator and just a little under Omega Supreme. So
yeah,
scale is in the eye of the beholder.
Scale is in the eye of the beholder. You're absolutely right.
Mike, where do you see
however you want your scale to be is however
Supreme.
You want it to be.
Where do I see him height wise?
Yeah, he should be taller than the combiners.
Yeah, like I like the height of the DX9 and Fans Toys Omegas compared to the Toy World Devastator. Like he's like like a head or two taller, maybe a head taller. Yeah, just a little taller.
Cool.
Anywho, oh shit, I completely like lost the fucking page.
I'm old. I'm super happy that it's like a 8-team combiner. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's I like what they did with I kind of like the wolves and the fucking crab. I thought that was kind of a neat idea. Like I dig that.
Dog sandals.
Yeah, like you kind of picture them, even in robot mode, having these wolves, like they're like pets.
Or even better yet, wolf crocs.
Yeah.
Well, they are triple changers. They do change into bots.
Yeah, I know, but like I had when I had that Predaking, the old it was the MMC Predaking.
Feral Rex.
Yeah, Feral Rex. Like you could do that 5-man combiner or a 6-man combiner, but I always thought it was cool. Like Predaking would have this like mountain lion or whatever Catilla was supposed to be.
Saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Saber-toothed tiger. Yeah. As a pet.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just weird headcanon type shit.
Mm-hmm.
You brought up the Superion, that Dreamstar Superion. Jed, do you need me to send you this picture, or the one where you've seen it already? The one with the Asian girl?
I've seen it.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. I like the way I don't know if they're the same company or not, but I like the way that Dreamstar approached this whole thing. Like they're showing you the entire combiner up front, which is weird. We haven't seen that in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of the combiners that have been coming out, like we may have seen some kind of CAD drawing or some shit like that, but most of the time it's a silhouette, or they just don't tell us at all, and they just start giving you one part at a time. But I like seeing this whole combiner together. I think it's nice to know what you're getting into before you buy the first figure.
Mm-hmm. Those leg bots look really big.
Yeah, those are some fucking thick. Yeah, he definitely did
bigger
not
than the arm bots.
skip leg day. That's for sure. I wonder where the connection point is. Like, oh shit.
They did show figures too. All the jets and all the bot mode.
Yep. Levy, do you think the connection point is here, or do you think it's here?
I think it's there.
Right there?
But yeah, right at the top of the knee there.
Do you think there's some sort of hips thing, parts forming hips thing going on here?
Doesn't look like it to me.
No, it doesn't.
I'm wondering if they have a sixth member, or if the torso is just really big. Like the torso bot is like really big.
Yeah, it could.
But it doesn't look like parts forming to me.
If the torso bot, if that's all one, if the Silverbolt, the robot that would be Silverbolt, is the chest and the torso, man, that's like look at compared to like one of these guys, like the arm, you know what I mean? Like he's gonna be a big boy, man. Yeah, wild. Yeah, these are cool. I'm not gonna collect any of them, but they definitely look cool.
I'm getting it.
X-Transbots revealed. Well, they didn't reveal, but they put they got their first aid and a bunch of prototype pictures out of their first aid, and he looks awesome, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got they show the pictures that we're looking at right now is his robot mode and the arm mode.
Yeah.
And I like how they did the arm, and I don't understand why more like combiner people that have done combiners haven't done this yet. But if you put the hinge at the front, you could get way more than 90-degree angle. Like he'll be able to get what would be almost double jointed action.
Yeah.
With that hinge at the front.
A single joint.
Yeah. And they showed off pictures of, dude, I keep doing that. There we go. Some height pictures. So the first aid is going to be about Ironhide height.
Yeah.
Roughly, which I like. And then his combiner parts are going to turn into like Medi Bay type of thing. Yeah. And I think that's kind of fucking dope as hell. And I saw the price. The price on, I think Chosen Prime had him up for pre-order for $130.
Oh yeah.
So it'd be $130 for him for a Ironhide size bot plus all his combiner gear. Like I feel like that's actually a pretty decent price these days. And it's cool because they didn't have to do that shit with the combiner parts. Like that could have just as easily been combiner parts and that's it. But the fact that they tried to incorporate like another mode, I thought was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Like the trailer for the Stunticons, the base mode.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, like he did have a base mode back in the day. Like this is just something like totally new to like, it's a new concept.
Can you go back to the arm mode?
Yeah. That was over here.
All right.
It's really, so I took a look at this Levy right there where that, here, I'll do it with the mouse. Right there where that seam is, the shoulder is actually first aid.
Yeah.
And then
he splits in half and then the bottom.
That down there. Yeah.
And then the stuff in the middle is...
And that's also...
forming.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, like, where do you see the separation joints at?
No, I looked at it because if you look at where's his van mode?
Oh.
All right, so there's the van mode.
Yeah.
So you can see that thing in the window with that little dip there.
Yep.
And then you see like that thing and with the lines in the back.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back to the arm mode, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to zoom into it, but and then there's that part that I was just talking about where it dips in. So that's like actually him. So this is combiner parts. This is combiner part. That's him. And then you can see in the Medibay picture, like it looks like there's the fist. So and it's on a swivel. So that would swivel out, and that would leave space for the rest of him to go in between. So yeah, it's kind of cool, man. I'm in on that. They're going to be my defensor, my combined mode. So I'm pretty psyched with how he looks so far.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they do a box set for him.
Yeah, they might.
Because I missed out on Streetwise.
And he sold out?
I don't know. I just don't have the money to go spending on another combiner right now.
Yeah. KFC showed off some actual color test shots of their Power Master Optimus Prime.
Oh, I really hate those feet.
Yeah, but that's how he looked. Like that's what they look like.
I know, but they couldn't just give him some better feet.
Yeah.
At least have him stick out a little bit,
Yeah, I feel you.
There, it just looks like, it's a hoof.
So that's where you're saying they should have taken a tiny little bit of creative license.
I think so, just to make it look better.
Yeah.
And, Power Master Prime's cool and all, but I don't know. I don't really have a big attachment to that version of Optimus Prime.
No?
No.
I have an attachment to this version of Optimus Prime only because, like, I remember how horrific it was when he died.
Yeah. And
when he was coming back, like, he could have came back in a fucking clown suit, and I'd have been like, awesome, clown suit Optimus Prime, awesome,
Yeah. No, I just, yeah.
And at the time, him combining with his trailer was really kind of a neat concept.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, see, I'm not even getting this to my Power Master Prime. I'm getting this to be my Jinrai.
Okay.
Because the Fans Hobby one's kind of bulky and thick or whatever, like the Power Master was, and this one to me looks a little bit more like the Japanese version. Yeah. So,
go back to a close-up shot of his chest. Yeah, he doesn't have the little extra side windows on his chest. You know what I'm talking about?
The side windows?
Yeah, in the original G1 toy and other representations, when he was in the combined mode, you had the cab section plugged into the trailer, but then in the side section of his chest, it actually had two blue areas that were supposed to look like windows. I thought it's just a neat little thing. Yeah, they're right in there, and I think that very first. Yeah, see right there.
Oh yeah, Power Baser did it.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, what the fuck that is? Oh yeah, you could see it. Yeah, huh?
I don't know if Ginrai had that, but in the animation model, but
I don't know. Let me find out. Why is everything I click on a fucking thumbnail? Let me get one picture that's bigger than 250 pixels. Wait a second. It's Super Jinrai. Oh yeah. Nah, he doesn't.
Yeah. Okay. So that might be what they're going for then.
Yeah, it might be.
Is the Ginrai as opposed to the Power Master Prime?
They are putting out the God Bomber right away. So yeah, man, this thing's been a long time coming. I remember seeing teasers for these like not quite as long ago as Virtus, but and here's the
nothing's quite as long as Virtus.
Here's the original robot.
Yeah, time since the dinosaurs.
The core robot looks good too.
5 years. 5 long years.
5 long years.
I remember when Virtus came out.
And at least for robots anyways, last but not least, KFC, those sick fucks, are doing Optimus Prime's deathbed as an accessory. Did you see those, Jed?
No, Shim put that one in the chat. I didn't see that.
Which one, in the lobby or on air? Which one am I?
Doesn't matter. On air is good.
On air?
Since we're on the air.
We are on the air. There it is. And it's got a couple spots where it opens up, so you could probably throw like some accessories in there or some shit. If you're one of those people that just has accessories laying around all willy nilly, the doors open up. Did you get to that part yet, Jed?
It's coming up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. You're in right here on dial up.
Yeah.
I've sent it by pigeon. Take these pictures of Optimus Prime's deathbed to Jed. Fly free, pigeon. He just said that's going to cost you $175.
There's a picture of Psylocke and package. Should be out in a couple weeks.
Nice.
Or like a week, maybe.
That's cool. I mean, you could probably like use it for like your arc setup too, for like a med bay if you wanted to. Like, you know, instead of having a Prime on it, you could probably do like other, you know, scenes from other, you know, episodes in G1.
Yeah.
Ratchet or Perceptor working the, you know, whoever.
Yeah, I wonder how far down this road they're gonna go.
Did they price it?
Because I did not see a price for it. No, I did not see a price for it.
Cool.
But that's all I got. That's all I got for toy news this time around. Anybody else want to jump in with any other toy news before we move on to Q&A?
I got a payment notification for the So-So 1/6 scale Green Goblin.
Yeah.
The original like looking Green Goblin. So that's going to be out this week. So that'll be shipping. So that's cool. Can't wait to get that.
Where'd you order that from? Miami?
Giant Toy? No, Giant Toy.
No.
It's one of those third party, you know, 1/6 scale figures, like the Queen of the Dark Spider type of thing.
Yeah.
It looks awesome though. I can't wait to get it. Comes with the glider and everything. The glider is basically the stand, but it also comes with like a regular stand too.
Cool.
Yeah. What were you saying, Levy, about something about gargoyles earlier?
Well, NECA put up a pre-order of their Thalog. So I pre-ordered that one.
Mike, did you see that they're doing the thing?
What do you mean they're doing the thing?
Like the actual thing with like the dog's head split open and all that shit?
Really? Who is NECA?
Yeah.
Huh. I was going to say, how do you even do the thing? Like it was whatever it wanted to be.
Well, it was from the movie, you know.
Well, no, but I mean, even like in the movie, like there was so many. It was just, you know, a bunch of fucking tentacles and guts and shit thrown together half the time.
Exactly.
So you think it would be hard to make a figure out of that?
Well, it'd probably be like either a figure or an accessory. I don't know, but I saw some great prototypes for it. It looks really cool.
Nice. Yeah, I'm not surprised because they were putting out that. Didn't they do the McCready?
Yeah, they did a deluxe version of that. I have that in my my pile of loot. I gotta ship that then this month.
Yeah, that looked pretty good. Anything else, boys?
No.
I don't have anything else.
Let's move on to Q&A. Q&A. Hang on, I'm just heading over to the page.
There was only 2 comments, I believe.
We got one from Josh,
and we have one from Chris Bishop on one of the other shares. Let's
do Chris's because I'm pretty sure it's not a question as much as a smart ass comment.
Yeah. He says, how's it going with all that nipple twisting that goes on there? And then he has a GIF that says, and the nipple twisting that goes on there from was it The Wedding Singer?
Yes.
And the old lady.
Is that the old lady that gives them the meatballs?
Yeah. Yeah. Stick out your hand. She just puts the meatballs in. Now take a bite. That's a good meatball. Such a weird scene, man.
It is. Yeah, it is.
That movie's so great, though. I love that movie. One of my favorite Adam Sandler movies. So,
how is all the nipple twisting going on? Since I'm not there tonight.
No nipple twisting here.
Oh.
Yeah, that shit was funny when he showed up. It's like, what the fuck are you doing here? And then like, It was funny because when did you say that's when we talked about that? Was that May or March?
May.
So we had May, June, July, August, September, October, and we're like 2/3 of the way through November, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't realize there was a pattern forming."
I didn't realize there was anything official. I just thought that's kind of how things worked out.
Like if you were dating some,
like what official source do we have to go to make things official for the show, Levy?
Well, for somebody to actually say, yeah, that this is how we're going to do it. No one ever actually said this is how we're going to do it.
We did. Say
no,
it.
you didn't.
I just put the screenshot in the chat.
That is not anything the definitive. There is nothing definitive in that.
it was only in writing, Jed.
Yeah.
How could that be definitive?
I don't know.
There's nothing definitive there.
Levy's calling fake news right now
because I didn't agree to it.
I am the president.
He didn't agree. He didn't agree to it, but he just went along with the program for 6 months.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Levy. I was happy when you showed up, but you're always welcome.
Oh, fuck you, Mike.
What?
I'd throw him out, but he's gonna be leaving in like 15 minutes anyway.
Maybe we could do like a show in person, then a show online, and alternate. And then I said, after this week, I'm fine with resuming in-person recording.
Yes.
And then that was the end of it.
No, we have a whole conversation after that.
You know, funny you didn't post that conversation.
Well, because it was in person.
Hearsay.
Conversation.
Yeah.
The other question.
Well, I'll just stay home for the next one, and we'll just do it. You know.
Then Jed will be here. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah. Next show you have to come again, Levy. That's the whole.
Fuck that.
Oh. And for the last question before we wrap it up for the night, Josh Lawrence, SLB Vlog, writes, Thanksgiving is next week. What are you thankful for?
My 10-inch penis.
He said it was Thanksgiving, not April Fool's.
If you had a 10-inch penis,
that's why I didn't say 15-inch penis.
Be doing commercials or porn.
I don't like to flaunt
it. Who wants to go first? Anybody?
I already went.
Go ahead, Mike. You can go.
What am I thankful for? I'm thankful to fucking be living through a somewhat normal part of my life right now. Like where everything's kind of smooth sailing for the most part. Outside of the regular fucking everyday horseshit fucking grind of having to go to the job until the squeeze hits. But other than that, like, you know, kind of everything's going.
If that's funnier or the shipping notification for this.
The verse. Yeah, that's I mean it's not that glamorous an answer, but I don't know. I'm just yeah. You know how you get like your, I don't know. It always seems like everybody's going through all kinds of fucking bullshit all the time. And I'm not going through any of that bullshit right now. I'm just kind of like everything's good. I'm in a no complaint zone at the moment, so I'm thankful for that.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm thankful that we're at a level of technology where our informational publications can ask questions like, can our sex robots be hacked to kill us?
Yeah, that's where we're at. Yeah.
Or just the idea of having a sex robot.
Exactly.
It is mind blowing, like to think, 35 years ago we were blown away by Frogger and Pitfall, and
now we're fucking machines.
Now we're fucking machines that might kill us after we come in them. You know what I mean? That is pretty fucking wild, man.
Dun, 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 dun.
We live in an age where we have to clean out our bodily fluids out of a machine.
Ugh. Yuck. I'm making that Kermit the Face look, by the way.
Oh, I can't wait to get a sex bot.
I'm gonna get one and then just have it make sandwiches for me. I'm not even gonna use it for sex.
All anal all the time.
All anal all the time.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Levy will get his custom made with just 2 buttholes. Like a front butthole and a back, like they'll have 2 back doors somehow.
She's gonna have a back door on her mouth.
Ooh, she's gonna look like she's going ooh all the time.
She's gonna look like ass face from fucking Preacher.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the metaverse. That's gonna be fun in about 10 years, right? Everything's gonna be virtual.
Yes, things are getting weird.
It's gonna be the next phase of technology, man. To be immersive.
It just feels like it's like the longer time goes on and the more virtual reality and the metaverse, whatever exactly that is, and all this other shit that we're getting closer and closer to the dream of just being in the fucking Matrix, like where we're all lined up in these fucking eggs with these tentacles pumping fucking fluid into them, and we're just floating. We're all pale and fucking slimy. You know what I mean?
I'd say you don't need a sex box. You just need a fucking an egg
sex
to lay and have all the sex program, and then have all the probes and everything, attached to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Imagine like, me and Levy will be side by side in our eggs, and Levy will be having anal with 3 broads, and I'll be experiencing the squeeze in the Matrix.
They already have sex attachments for VR.
They do.
They plug into your iPad. You basically fuck your iPad.
How do you fuck your iPad?
It has an attachment.
It has an attachment, like a fleshlight.
Yeah.
It's so strange.
Long distance relationships, actually.
Or pathetic lonely losers who can't get themselves a girl.
Well, it's supposed to pair up with the vibrator on the other end.
Yeah.
So
but how often does that really happen? How often does that really happen? I mean, come on now. Do you really think those attachments are being bought by somebody with a healthy sexual identity?
Nah.
No. That's why they have they had like the whole thing where you could it could play a video and it would go to video as that would be your part.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, the cool thing about the metaverse, like if it does pan out the way it is, it's gonna make a lot of jobs for like artists, which is great, and programmers and developers.
Metaverse?
The Facebook concept, the whole. You didn't watch any of the tech?
I know that they changed their. I know they changed the company name to Meta. I don't know what Metaverse is.
Oh yeah, it was like this hour-and-a-half presentation of like him just talking about all the things that Facebook is going to be doing with their money to make things progress.
Fucking Zuckerberg.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I can't stand to look at that man, let alone hear him speak.
Yeah,
he's got a real hate to face, don't he?
Oh yeah.
I think of him like Data. He just.
I want to come all over his face, but not in a sexual manner, but more like in a domination thing.
What's wrong with you?
I never hated anybody.
It's like I'm your master. And just
you're not
shit all over his face.
You're not invited to the metaverse, Levy.
No, you're gonna have to stay in your own fucking metaverse.
Yeah, the Levyverse.
The Levyverse is gonna be light years away from the fucking the MKMV.
Yeah, yeah. No, there would be like no sexual thing at all. It was just pure domination.
Whatever happened to just pure hatred? Old just punching somebody?
That's not enough, man. You need to fucking humiliate them. You need to fucking just demonstrate your power over them. And the best way to do that is to jizz on their face.
Jesus Christ, Levy. Meanwhile, Mike's talking about physical assault. You can make it a comeback.
I just like he's right. He does got a hate the face. It's like it reminds me of like the dude from Step Brothers.
I never saw that.
John Riley?
Catalina Wyman, you never saw Step Brothers?
No, I'm actually not.
Wow.
I'm actually not a big fan of Will Ferrell.
Oh really? Man, but it's
or John C. Riley.
Really?
I'm not a big fan of either one of them either, but that's just a funny fucking movie.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, Jed, it was like when they were at the Catalina wine mixer and that dude what was the guy that worked with his brother and shit.
Right.
He's like, you're doing a great job. He said, but your face, every time I see it, I just want to like, I just want to knock your fucking teeth down your throat or whatever he says to him. And there's certain people that got those faces, man. Yeah. And Zuckerberg might be one of them.
Yeah. Martin Shkreli is another one. He's the guy that bought the rights to that drug and like.
Oh yeah, you got to hate the face.
Right. Up, like,
you know who else got to hate the face? What's the dude's name that played Mr. Was it in American Gods? Was it the tech god? Not the young kid. The
George McFly?
Yes.
Really?
In American Gods had a total hate the face, punch to fucking hate the face.
Crispin Glover.
Yes. Yeah, him. And it might have been also the way he talked, which I know was just acting, obviously, but I don't know. He's got that like
thank y'all.
The pointy nose and the pointy chin and shit like that, and you're like, man, I just want to fucking knock him out.
Wow. I wonder how many people think that about us.
Oh, I'm sure, man.
Not me.
I'm sure.
People like my face.
Yeah, Levy's cute and lovable.
My face is pleasing to look at.
You look at Mike and you're just like resentful. You're like, ugh.
Yeah. I think I guarantee you because I look like a cartoon character a little bit.
His face just elicits anger. That's all.
I got like big hands, big feet, and kind of a big head a little bit. Like, and then I'm skinny. Sure somebody's looked at me and been like, the motherfucker look like a cartoon character. I just want to kill him.
But anyway, Levy, the metaverse was like this whole plan that Facebook and Zuckerberg, like he's moving Facebook into like its own thing. And then they're doing all this like development design and everything. This whole virtual reality thing. Basically Ready Player One.
It's all going to be playable on the Quest 2.
It's Ready Player One.
Quest 6000.
10 years was their timeline.
Oh, really?
Developing technology, gaining all the development languages and all.
So like instead of visiting somebody's wall, you would like see them like go in and be like, "Hey, Levy."
Yeah.
And in the metaverse,
you caught me at the wrong time. I got my dick in my hands. What are you doing, man?
I was just thinking that. Yeah.
Get out of here.
I pop over to Levy's house and he's masturbating.
Yeah, basically.
That's scary. I remember talking. I can't remember which one of my friends I was talking to about it, but we were talking about like supernatural and like ghosts and how sometimes people are like like when their parents or their grandparents or somebody passes away, it's like, oh, I feel like they're still here with me sometimes. Like I could sense them and this and that or whatever. And we were talking about like his pops. I think it was actually Gurman. Like his pops passed away maybe like 6-7 years ago or whatever. And he's like, I wonder how many times my pops stopped by the house and I was jerking off. He just paid me one of them afterlife heavenly visits and shit. And it's like, again, he was with his dick in his hand.
Your dead relative ghost as you jerk off for the 5th time.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, for real, man.
Oh.
And probably not just one at a time. Like imagine all your fucking ancestors. Like, dude, you got plenty of fucking dead, sometimes parents, but grandparents and aunts and uncles and great grandparents. And
they've all watched you yank it.
And they've all, what if it's like, it's like, oh, let's stop by the kid's house for, family reunion real quick or whatever. And there he is.
Come back. We'll be back. We'll come back later.
We'll
dick in his hand, cupping his balls,
Oh, and he's shoving it in his ass.
Yeah, he's got his own pinky in it.
Oh, that's something I didn't ever need to know about.
So expect Ready Player One in 10 years.
Nice. That's going to be great when everybody have these avatars and you don't know who the fuck you're looking at. That reminds me of like when you meet people at cons that you knew online and shit from the groups or whatever, and they expect you to know who they are. Meanwhile, they had like, Rumble as their profile picture.
Yeah.
For the last 5 years.
Even worse is getting catfished in one of those virtual reality things.
Yeah.
You freaking meet some hot chick avatar in there, and you get to know her, and you start to get some feelings, and really it's some dude named Chuck.
Yeah, Ralph.
In his mom's basement.
Gotta be a really like doodly name, like Ralph. Or yeah, Chuck. Yeah. And then your deceased relatives, but they know because they're ghosts. They know who's on the other end of the line.
Yeah.
There he is, masturbating to that hairy-backed man named Ralph.
I'm gonna wreck it.
Oh my god. That was like that episode. Was it Sex Lover? No, what was the one with Anthony Mackie where he was in love with his friend in the virtual world? Was that Black Mirror?
Black Mirror, yeah, sounds about right.
How'd that end? Great if it was in Black Mirror, I'm sure.
Poorly. Yeah. You guys never saw that episode? They were basically fighting each other like in a Street Fighter game, and his friend like took the check all the time.
Yeah.
They wind up banging. It's not gay if it's VR.
I feel like we've talked about this before because I know that if you would have brought that up, I would have brought up about how everybody knows the weirdo that always picks the chick.
Mm-hmm.
And you said you didn't, but we know I definitely know a few of them.
I am thankful for my family, my friends, all of our listeners, and being in, like Mike said, like a very happy place right now.
Yeah, that's a good spot to be in. Not a place of complacency, don't mind you, but just a one of them times where it's like, all right, everything's going half decent, so I'm gonna enjoy and appreciate.
Yep.
At the moment.
Happy for my health and thankful that you don't have to worry about any of that type of shit. Everything else. And I'm especially thankful for Levy for coming over tonight to your house, Mike. Thank you, Levy, for being you.
Levy's going to have a nice half-hour drive home thinking about metaverse sex, metaverse anal on the way home.
Or just like, jizzing all over a virtual Zuckerberg's face.
It's so strange.
It is strange. You won't be in the metaverse, Levy. He'll signal you out. You'll log in, your Facebook account be deleted Monday afternoon.
We're sorry, your Facebook account has been deleted.
We'll get a friend request from a Lee Kearney.
Lee Kearney.
Yeah. Political views undecided, ethnicity sort of black. Be a dead giveaway. I like when I say that, Levy always gets weirded out. I can't believe you said sort of black on the podcast.
Wonder what number that is now. 1,512.
What's that?
Sort of black.
Sort of, yeah.
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 So, host, would you like to continue the show?
Nope.
Co-pilot. End the show.
Yes.
End the show.
Anybody got anything in closing?
Yes. You know what I'm not thankful for?
What's that?
John Bailey.
And enough's enough. We're out.